Okay, I think I'm just about ready to get started. Had kind of a rocky start to the morning. I wasn't sure how my stomach was gonna play along, but I think I'm feeling a little better now. So I think today's theme is experimentation. So I'm gonna be trying out some different things with the stream settings, both in terms of look and feel. So it looks a little different from the last session, but I also want to see how it feels with the chat box in the corner. I'm not sure if it'll work for Berseria, but we'll see how it goes. Hey Chris, how's it going? So I have terrible eyesight, so I pumped up the font size. I'm not sure how other people felt about it, but I tried to make the fonts a little more consistent, I would say. I think that was one of the things I spent time on yesterday. It was just larger fonts. I am blind. How's it going, Steve? Hello, Kirk. So we're gonna switch on over to the game. Give it a moment. There we go. I haven't decided if that's the best place to put it, but we got a little chat box in the corner. I fixed the border chat. I realized what it was. The classic CSS issue of overflow. I forgot to account for overflow chat. For people that don't know coding, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. But for all the coders out there, they understand what that means. Oh boy. So we're going to back up slightly, because I think a cutscene was kind of garbled in the last playthrough. I think it's okay on the YouTube capture, since it was just an internet issue. So we're going to go back to, I think, right before we solved the puzzle. I'm going to turn the preview off. I think that looks okay for now. But we're in a water temple, guys. Water temples are just the best. So we're gonna rewatch this cutscene, since I'm not sure how much of it came out in terms of the last stream.
Well, it wiped out the security for us, but...
Well, look at that. Wolfie's got the crest of Aminoch, the same pendant worn by priestesses.
Then that makes this demon...
Yeah, she must be the missing mother, Mahina.
Can't be.
Looks like Mother Wolf is still mad at us. So just showing it off again. She's got Weary and Glaze Sight. She's got mostly water moves, which I guess makes sense. She's in the Water Temple. She's Damon Mahina. She doesn't really have impressive stats. I'm pretty sure we killed her almost instantly in the other
Don't just
playthrough.
stand there. It's gonna eat you.
Oh, she is resistant to physical, which is a lot of my attacks. That's a bit unfortunate. And so it begins, chat. I actually just need Velvet to do one special attack, and then I think we're good. Okay, I heard the stun, chat. I'm going in. We got the damage multiplier. I'm pretty sure this boss is dead. Our damage is insane. See, this is what happens when you get a stun and a weakness combo. Look at that damage, chat. Is that not insane?
Arise, ascending angel! Spirit release! You wronged me!
Is she gonna get one comboed? Wow. Goodbye, boss. The power of Blast Gauge compels me.
To think a priestess, beloved by her village, would become a demon. Eleanor? She's never going to be the same again. This is the least I can do for her. So says reason. Huh? That feeling. Damn!
Let the demon be. We don't need it.
So ideally, chat, every single boss fight should look like that. Ideally, but we're under some constraints. 1, we don't have a lot of blast gauge. 2, we're purposely not doing a lot of encounters. 3, it's kind of hard to do that without the proper equipment, and since we're not doing a lot of fighting in general, it's hard to get high blast gauge. But if you're playing the game normally, please, please, please fish out that weakness and then listen for the stun sound effect. As soon as you hear the stun sound effect, just hold that Mystic Art button. It will lead to some really silly damage. So we have completed the introduction to the Water Temple, but now we're coming up to the main puzzle. So this is about where we left off last time, so let's save here.
That demon. I guess she caught demon blight when she was looking for her daughter.
Yeah, that's what the girl at the inn said.
But even after turning into a demon, she's still searching for her daughter. Well, Rokurou, Kurogane, and Dial all remember what they wanted when they were human, right? Demon or not, she's a mother. It's no surprise she would still be protective of her child.
It could be that. Or it could be something else.
Well, I hope that's what it is.
I know that must be how she felt as a human. But demons don't have a sense of motherhood or any such thing. You saw how violent she was. She's not Mahina anymore. When she became a demon, she lost all capacity for empathy and love. It's heartbreaking, but it's the truth.
Velvet and Rokurou still have empathy.
One demon left unchecked could take 100 lives. And this one's even willing to attack exorcists. Demons can wipe out entire villages, even cities, just as they destroyed my village. Thus, my path is clear.
Eleanor is right. There's no turning back once you've changed. Perhaps it would be a mercy to grant her peace through death.
Eight-Headed Dragon is a new skit. I don't think we listened to that one last time.
Is Innominat really an Empyrean?
What makes you ask that all of a sudden?
Well, according to the song Grimm deciphered, Innominat is an 8-headed dragon, right? The Empyreans are supposed to be these holy beings, but using Therians to feed on malevolence sounds more sinister than divine to me.
You've got a point there. Empyreans are a type of Malachim, and that doesn't seem like any Malach we've seen. And even less so when we're talking an 8-headed dragon.
Is it so far-fetched?
What do you think will happen if the Therians come together in one place?
Well, it wouldn't be good. My guess is they'd merge together into a giant, horrific monster. The mighty beast will attack us with its 8 long, snake-like necks and 8 heads spitting hellfire!
I can see your worry.
Right? And that's 8 heads with only 6 of us to take them on. It'd be more than we could handle.
I'd have to conjure up a double or two.
You can do that?
Of course not.
Then why mention it?
Oh!
What is it, Laphicet?
Do you think each head would act of its own free will? Because if they do, they'd be uncoordinated, bumping into each other and going this way and that, giving us an opening. If we fight as one united whole, I know we can win.
Yes! If we work hand in hand, victory is ours. Right, everyone? Huh?
Us? United? Have you looked at us recently?
Well, I mean, maybe.
Eleanor and Laphicet got so excited about working together.
Woo!
Oh, I got risky encountered. That's not good. That is really bad, actually.
I'll finish this! Hold stop! See this? I'm a pusher! No escape!
Okay, chat, I had to let them know they're wide open. I think we're good now. That was a little scary, because I did not actually want to get into an encounter. And then on top of that, I got a risky encounter, which reduced my number of souls. But I think we're good now. Oh, I did actually get the stun off of that. Nice. Again, I'm just going to be trying to build everybody's blast gauge, just because we won't be getting in many encounters. So if you're wondering why I'm swapping a lot, it's not purely strategy in terms of like what enemy I'm fighting.
Its guardian was angry at it.
Hold on. You can read a guardian's heart?
Yeah, sort of.
Looks like we learned a new art. Oh, there's the fatiguing capability where I don't think Floppy Set has a fatiguing move. Let's double check, chat. I don't think he does. No. That's a pretty useless item ability, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, at least we get to do something else that gives focus. And more focus means more likely to cause status ailments. Also, his art attack right now is way higher than it's supposed to be. You should not be hitting like 500 at this point in the game. Absolutely not. We don't even have one that multiplies our base at magic damage. That's kind of silly. So we got a new spell, Maelstrom. That sounds really familiar. Oh, okay. I remember why I like this one. So, see, so let's talk about like move usefulness. So this move, even though it doesn't have like anti-beast or anti-undead, is actually decent because it's both earth and water. So for assigning to your spell slots, it kind of takes like a dual purpose there. Maelstrom is good because one, I don't think we get fatigue normally, which is kind of nice. But on top of that, it's good against Winged, and right now I don't think we have any Winged, so it actually serves like a multi-purpose. Plus I don't think we have Wind, so it kind of hits like all these little niches we don't have. So I think I end up spamming this spell a lot, but honestly, Flame Beast is pretty stupid. Chat, you saw what Flame Beast does. It juggles into itself. Chat agrees the party is anything but united. Very, very true. I was thinking about saving, but it's fine. So here we go, chat.
It won't open. Is there some sort of trick to it?
Well, you could always try busting through it, but I wouldn't. Who knows what sort of traps you might trigger?
I know. Look at that diamond-shaped stone in the door. Haven't we seen that somewhere else?
You're right. It was on the pedestal with that chalice.
That huge thing? You must have some sharp eyes there.
I was more interested in what was inside that chalice.
So, what? That chalice is the key?
Somehow I doubt it'll be that simple. Some stones are colored and some aren't. It must hold some kind of significance.
I think you're right.
Okay, chat. So I'm not gonna lie. The first time I did this puzzle, I did not understand what it wanted me to do. So let's talk about the door very briefly. So we have 4 diamonds, 3 water icons. Obviously, they talked about it being related to the chalice, but we have to make sure that this means that certain ones need to be off, which I think are the diamonds, and the water needs to be on. So if you remember, chat, when we came through to this room, we took the southern entrance. So that means the waterfall was off. So that means that there's a waterfall off to the left and also beneath us. But in order to complete this puzzle, we have to have the waterfall behind us on. So that means we're going to have to figure out a different way to get into this room. So we'll keep all those facts in mind, chat. We'll just kind of meander over here at first. I don't think we've... The soldiers don't really offer any items, but I'll show them off again. We kind of need Blast Gauge regardless anyway. Oh, I actually got hit. How rare. Oh! You're doing a good job of hitting me. Good job, enemies. You did it. There we go. I was looking for Form 2. Form 2 is Rokuro's off the ground. So once he was on the ground, I was trying to hit him, but kind of botched that. Why does Maki Lu have so much Blast Gauge? She definitely does not need this much Blast Gauge. Oh, Aizen's already at 4? What a monster. How did that happen? Anyway, it looks like we're doing pretty well on Blast Gauge overall, because keep in mind when we start another fight, we'll get a natural amount of Blast Gauge. And now we have multiple characters that are able to do Mystic Arts. All except Rokuro, actually. Let's fix that. Much better. So that one battle just gave us like 1.5 to 2 Blast Gauge of characters. Let's just do a quick look at what our Blast Gauge is like. Yeah, literally the only person that can't do it is Luffy said and Eleanor, or actually and Rokuro. But as soon as we start a new encounter, they should all be at 3. Just keep in mind, it adds it at the beginning of the encounter, not after the encounter. So we knew the waterfall was on to the right, because that's what the door was signifying. So that needs to be on when we complete this. So let's explore our surroundings and gather items before we finish the puzzle. Yeah, so here, I could turn the water off, which we'll need if we want to progress through the rest of the room. But we're gonna basically have to fix the puzzle at some point in order to progress. But for now, we'll go this way. I think what confused me about the door is that it used different symbols all the way across. Like, if it had used the water drop all the way through, I would have understood it a little better, I think. That's fine. So, we now activated that one, and if you recall, there was a waterfall as we entered the room. So we could backtrack to go to that area. We'll probably do so in a moment. We'll take a look at what that did to the door, just to verify. Speaking of which, I'm trying to remember how to cross this gap. Maybe we need to come out through the other side. That's fine. We'll double check that area on the way out. Again, our goal is to get in as few combats as possible. We want to keep it challenging, chat. So from here on out, I'm going to try not to fight anything. I think we've seen everything at this point, combat-wise. This room's not bad for souls. Is this a hint room? Maybe this is what I was thinking about earlier. Something is written on the monolith, chat. The lock of the sacred sealed door is governed by the blue and white jewels of the 7 chalices. Is that a monolith indeed? When the jewels of the chalices shine, the jewels of the door shall shine alike. When the 7 jewels shine in unison, the way to the inner sanctum shall open. So that's just saying that if all the lights on the door are not lit up, then we're not making any progress. It's okay. Saray can haunt us beyond Berseria now. It's fine. Oh, speaking of which, she already mastered this. I should move her to a new item. Ooh, okay, so 2 things that are really key on Magilu is she's got a lot of fire moves, and also getting the fire attack up is very important. So we'll probably be switching over to the Gradient Doll soon. I'm just making sure nothing else maxed in between. Yeah, because it looks like most people are waiting for new items. It'll be an interesting challenge with what we're doing to get new items, but we'll try. Ah, okay. He does have something he can learn. This is unfortunately kind of a big downgrade for him, because again, he doesn't really care about focus. He's one of the few characters in the game where I think focus doesn't really do anything for him, just like stun combo with him. But we'll teach him the thing where every time he gets kills, we get healing. Let's just do a quick save. I'll try to keep one of each item, so that way we could kind of flip through the visuals, as it were. Oh, I'm glad you like the voice clip. It's okay. I hear it in my nightmares every now and then, so it's not too unusual to hear Saray talk. Alright, so we did turn off the upper right chalice, and that opened up the back room. But now that means we have another waterfall we have to fix. So technically, what we should do is we should go back in this room and reactivate the chalice, because we have no reason to come back this way at all. Let's actually set that up properly. I don't know if we fought that specific enemy yet, but we'll double check. So let's turn this one back on. This particular hallway doesn't link back to like a reusable elevator or a teleport, so it's pretty safe to just leave this one disabled. Actually, speaking of voice clips, chat, I did not realize the skits, when you listen to them, use a combination of sound effect volume and voice volume. That's something I never knew about Berseria, and I only learned that going back through the clips. So, like, an example would be, like, when Magilu says Magic Kazam, and it has that little sound effect, that actually is using the sound effect volume. It's not a voice clip.
Are we ready for this?
So, like, weirdly, if you turn off the sound effects, things like applause and sometimes, like, the character echo completely disappear. Ooh, I timed the counter slightly too late. Again, that attack where she goes sideways, chat, the spin, that is one of my favorite moves in the game. It just makes no sense why it's so good. It's so good at keeping her out of combat, and then it sets up for her other moves, which is kind of nice. So we're basically max blast gauge. That's not bad. Yeah, I don't think we fought these enemies, so we show them up on stream. So if you were curious, if you're trying to get all the... Yeah, look how little I defeated between 2 playthroughs. The human soldiers are never really worth fighting, as are the Malaks, because they will never have a unique drop. So if you're just looking for purely new items, probably don't fight these enemies.
You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
Yeah, also kind of a weird side note when trying to get voice clips, which is also kind of annoying, is that when you listen to them on the skit again, there happens to be like a little projector that's right next to the person you talk to re-listen to the skits. And that sound effect comes through on the skits. I don't know why they did that. That's kind of annoying. Also, fun fact, chat, remember that skit that we went through where we first learned about Magic Kazam? That is apparently not in the skit collection. If you were to go back and later in the game and try to rewatch it, it does not technically count as a skit. So, unfortunately, we cannot relive that moment unless we replay the game. Even though it's in the cutscene format, it does not let us do it. I don't really understand it. So this is good for us because this particular water activation lets us cross a passageway. So this one is a good one to turn on, but we still have to fix 2 of the water sources. So we're getting closer, chat.
A water bridge.
A water bridge, chat. So close. So what we can also do is temporarily, because we do need to cross this way at least once, let's disable this. So that way we can proceed into the next area. So I thought originally, also while playing, that doing this would get rid of the water bridge, but the answer to that apparently is no. So I'm like, sure. Sure, game. It's a water bridge, chat. More importantly, it's Lavender. Hello, Lavender. Oh, look, we could get our physical attack power up like Eleanor's, who's actually pretty good at using the physical attack powers. Predominantly, I will use this with her unless I'm spamming Flame Beast, but we're putting it on the little boy, chat. Alright, so we are 10,000% ready for a boss fight. I think this is one of the few times everybody's had a blast gauge. So I think we're almost ready to go. I'm just thinking about if I need to do any more setup. So one thing we'll keep in mind is... Oh, there's an indent. Looks like you can insert something into it. So we're going to show the Laphicet punch one more time, chat. Wapow. Goodbye, our cat souls. You need 200. Ooh. We almost dipped below 4K, chat. We can't have that. Also, chat, I'm not going to lie. I didn't realize the wall behind this area was cracked, and I wasted like 20 minutes the first time I played. Because like when you stand here, it actually lines up fairly well with the crack. So I was like, oops. The monolith voice line is on cooldown. I could shorten the cooldown for it. I think I set it to like a default of 10 minutes or something like that. I think I wanted to preserve sanity. I could probably lower that one a little bit more specifically, because that one is more apt to come up than some of the other ones where it doesn't matter as much. I totally blanked out. Okay, I opened up the room down here. Okay. So I think what I have to do is I have to turn this one back on. Don't worry, chat. I'll take a look after the stream. I'll probably reduce the cooldown just for that one. I'll put it at least... I'll think somewhere between 3 and 4 minutes, chat. There definitely needs to be a cooldown, though. I don't want to hear that like every other second. This isn't Berseria. That time has passed. Okay, so now if you remember, chat, the first time we came in here, there was a teleporter. And this teleporter led us into the side room, leading back into the main room. So that's why I wanted to draw attention to that the first time we were in here. So, as I was saying before, we had to figure out a way to get back into the main room without actually going through these doors. So, we need this to be activated. So, we're going to just check the light on the chalice. It now matches the door. And technically, this should open the door, if I haven't missed a step. And we're going to use that teleporter to go backwards. As soon as you activate the mechanism, you sense mana begin to permeate the temple. You seem to have released some kind of sealed energy. Translation, you unlock the boss room. That's not too bad, chat. The puzzles in this game are fairly tame, I would say overall. Like, this is... I'm not going to say it's the hardest one, but it's probably one of the more involved ones. I think some of the optional forest areas, you have to kind of piece it together a bit. At least if you want the treasures.
Are we ready for this?
I actually really did not want to get into an encounter there, but alas, here we are, chat. Oh, I got the dodge. Did Rokuro really die? That's like the worst scenario. Hold on, we have to revive him. I need him with his blast gauge. This is not acceptable. What is going on with my front line? Please do not kill my characters with 4 blast gauge. I need this fight to end. Everybody's getting injured by the spellcasters. That should be a little better. There we go. We recovered some of his meter. So that was super unfortunate, because now we have multiple characters that don't have 3 blast gauge. That sucks. We were set up for the boss fight and everything, chat. It is what it is, though. We're gonna proceed. I'm not gonna fight to get the blast gauge back.
I feel the power coming from further inside.
How very intriguing.
She pun does, chat. We got an additional 3 to focus. Oh, wow. Well, I know it. I think in the original playthrough, I think we gave some pity focus to Aizen because he's so focus dependent, but little boy is gonna get the focus this time around. We'll get more cat souls. Yeah, I think Laphicet is almost the primary stat boosted character. Oh, like excuse me, he's the #1 in terms of stats for almost everything, except I think physical attack. If that were true, he would be at like 280 or something base, because this weapon doesn't even give any physical attack when he's at 221. It doesn't make any sense, chat. It's quite beautiful. So I think that's about as good as we're gonna get for now. I'm just double checking if we could do anything new. You know, this one is actually really good for spellcasting, even though it doesn't add art damage, just because it gives so much raw focus and slowing capability. That's so important on Aizen. Well, chat, we are looking for a little girl, but instead we just see a monster. I like that it's a little different than the other tree enemies we fight, but this is a pretty reused graphic overall. Also, chat, I would like to apologize for the voice actress used for this, or at least the directions the voice actress was given. I'm apologizing preemptively, chat.
Well, there you are.
That barrier again!
Looks like we were right. Another Therian.
Just as Velvet conjectured. Each of the 7 heads seems to assume a different form.
The sensation! It was here!
Oh, look at that. I guess your hunch panned out too, kiddo.
This is just how I felt in Lord Forest. That must have been an Earth Pulse point back there, too.
Well, what are we going to do with this one? Can we get it to shrink like that bug of yours?
I don't care whether it lives or dies. As long as we defeat it and take out one of Inominat's heads, that's all that matters.
It is just immediately spellcasting on us. There is nothing I could do to react to this. I'm gonna have to take that damage. So anyway, its weakness is fire. I guess that makes sense. It actually is phenomenally high defenses compared to... Like, just look at the stats of this boss compared to the other one. I mean, I feel like we fought the werewolf boss and it had like, what, maybe 500, 600 on its defenses? This is 1,240 magic resistance. Kinda sucks. Has a lot of enemy type weaknesses, so we should be able to get it into combo. Mostly does wind damage. Unfortunately, it's Iron Stance. There, unless we Magilu the spell, there's nothing we could do.
Try not to let it eat you.
That'd be...
Oh, I actually dodged that. How rare. If only he had more meter. Again, I'm just gonna try to... Okay, now she has enough meter. So now I just need Hurricane to give me a soul. Ooh, it jumped up in the air. Not what I was expecting. I'm actually gonna have to tag him out briefly. I'm surprised I dodged that with, like, while tired, because while tired evasion is pretty bad. A little hard to hit this thing's weaknesses without Rokuro. Which is kind of unfortunate. Oh, he just got tagged immediately. That sucks. This might be a longer fight just because I'm not getting very lucky with the soul gathering. Oh, I dodged slightly too early that time. I mean, fortunately, Hurricane will eventually never let me down. So we should still be able to get this meter. And it makes no sense why I'm able to get it so consistently. They killed Velvet? Come on, game. I swear the AI sometimes sabotages with Velvet. She is my least favorite AI. And I dislike her being in combat, and I forget how bad she is with the AI. I think I need to tell her to be, like... Be defensive. And it's weird because I tell her only to use it to regenerate, but she still kills herself with it. I don't know, chat. I feel kind of weird about Velvet's AI. Like, that's not my fault. The AI just kills Velvet. Like, that is the genuinely worst AI in the game. Like, other characters I don't have any problems with, but something about her AI is just like, it goes full Dumbo when you don't play her. It just doesn't make any sense. She has, like, got the most tools to deal with being killed compared to every other character. She's got, like, the longest invulnerability. Oh, Eleanor died. That I'm not surprised about. That just kind of happens. So we're actually pretty low on life bottles. I really want to make sure we get experience, and I'm gonna have to end the fight soon if they keep dying, because this is really messing up my potential damage. So let's try to get one more soul. I don't think I could reach that other soul in time. I'm not sure why none of our AI friends went for that, to be honest. Okay, I dodged that one for a soul. There we go. We're slowly making a comeback. Eleanor always dies. Eleanor is the other character. If she dies, I'm kind of like, it happens. So unfortunately, I can't get a weakness combo going just due to the fact that I can't really play the character that I need, and the character that can do it was left with 1 soul. Which is a little too hard to do it. A little bit by himself. A little too hard. Because normally what I would recommend is... Well, Fire is pretty easy to get with Rokuro. Form 1 hits that. Snake, Demi-Human, and Fiend. I think he could hit almost all of those by himself. Yeah, he's got several Fire moves. Yeah, there's Demi-Human, Fiend. Oh, does he not have Snake? Oh, no, he does. Yeah, he has all of them. He could literally combo with Mirage Dance, Smoke, Screen Assault, Bone Breaker, and then Crimson Flash or Fire Burst. My preference would be Fire Burst. It seems now he has 5 souls, but originally he was down to 1. I did try to get him with the soul count. Unfortunate, Chad. It happens. We'll just take this boss fight a little longer. Also, why did it put me on auto again? I forgot to look into why it does that. It really shouldn't do that. And Eleanor dies again, to nobody's surprise. Okay, when Aizen outlives you, there's a big problem. Please don't kill Velvet. Please, please, please don't kill Velvet. Right, chat, I'm just like, I just really want everybody to get experience. But if they're gonna do this to me, I don't know if I could do this. Wow, that did actually like 2,000 damage. Okay, this is now a problem. I might have to actually restart this boss battle. I can't believe this. I'm gonna have to believe in the Hurricane if I want to beat this in one try. Yeah, we just got really, 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 really unlucky. And this is what happens, like, when, like, one character dies, it ruins everything. Oh, I dodged that. Yeah, now its spellcasting is very quick. I'll try, though, chat. I'll try. It's very hard, though. It's just more unfortunate Aizen has died, because he was doing pretty well experience-wise. I literally got one shot by a spell. There's kind of nothing I could do about that. If I mistime anything there, I could die. So I'm going to switch into Velvet briefly. Why am I not able to interrupt that attack? Oh, this is a problem. Oh, I did dodge that at least. Yeah, Eleanor's dead again, to no one's surprise. I'm going for those souls, chat. We're down to just Magilu and Laphicet, which we could do. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's gonna be an uphill struggle. Oh, I'm not able to counter it quick enough. This sucks. It's actually really hard to time the Spell Absorber just to how fast it's casting. Alright, I just need the souls. I need the souls, chat. I did it too early. I did it too early. That sucks. Man. Just all off that one death, chat. That sucked. Like, it literally was just because the AI died with Velvet. It messed up my whole combo. Like, I couldn't get any of the blast gauge because I was too focused on coming back. It was very close, though. Yeah, it's definitely doable. It's just more like, please don't kill my primary protagonist. Oh god, she's at 1 health. Okay, I'm just gonna expend it now. While I have meter, I want to expend it. I don't think I could afford to wait for the damage combo. Alright, I'm gonna stall with the little boy a little bit. Oh. again. We're gonna stall with the little boy, because that's half damage we take. So we can, as long as Laffy sets out, we can survive anything. Why did it tag Velvet in? Why did it tag Velvet in? I really don't want them to tag Velvet in. I don't trust the AI with this character. See, this is the problem. I get distracted by the game's bad decisions, and then I die because I end up dying due to, like, focusing on the AI dying. Please don't do this to me, game. Oh, it undid her. Oh, it undid the thing I did earlier. That's also kind of annoying. Because I was like, why is she in? She's just gonna take damage. Annoying, chat. So yeah, this fight is gonna be very interesting on hard difficulty. I would really prefer our AI friends to please stop dying. Like, I understand if it's a spell. Oh no, I tagged the wrong person. That was definitely my bad. Ooh, I'm in big trouble. Because nobody's gonna stun, I don't think. Boss keeps guarding Aizen. That sucks. There we go. I don't even know what hit me there. To be fair, I actually didn't even... Like, I saw the spell graphics, sort of. Oh, maybe it was like the edge of the souls. Oh, that's... Why am I on auto again? Please stop doing that. This is certainly going to be a hard battle, chat. I don't know if I actually do need to level or not. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to. But I'm getting very, very unlucky at dodging the spells. I need to dodge the air slasher or I'm going to die. I'm gonna go for the souls. Alright, what is this? What do I need to hit? I need to hit more fire. What fire moves does she actually have? Oh, our Searing Edge. There we go, chat. Listen, I'm in full focus mode now. If I'm not talking as much, it's because it's like, it's just 1v1 me and the boss. It's Velvet time, chat. I'm not getting a stun from this, which is bad. Oh, triple dodge, chat. I positioned that just so that I could pick up the soul on the way there. There we go, chat. We're going through it, chat. Like, this boss is still stunned from that initial hit, which is good. I just cannot seem to give Oh, I did give burning to the boss. That might be why. So I need... Can I actually do a full combo with Velvet? I don't think I can. I don't think I have demi-human. Oh, I do have demi-human. Oh, harsh rebuttal. Okay, chat, I think it's time to start building a custom combo to deal with this boss. So, Snake, Demi-Human, Fiend. So let's just temporarily overwrite... You know what, I don't need Rising Moon here. I think I have it... Yeah, I don't need Rising Moon here, so we'll do Snake. Okay, that makes sense. Then Demi-Human. Then we need Fiend. Do I have a Fiend? No, I do not. But I do have 2 fire moves. So I might combo with some Searing Edge. Good enough, chat. Okay, chat, we're just gonna loop the boss weaknesses. That's all we can do. I could do this with Velvet. It's just gonna take a little while. I can't afford to use items or I'll just die randomly. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead because Mystic Art didn't trigger. That sucked, actually. That sucked also, because I was holding the Mystic Art, but because the boss was in super armor, that's another mechanic I forgot about. If the boss is super armoring something, you don't Mystic Art it. So I was hoping that I would just do the pinwheel into Mystic Art to finish the combo, but I did not get it. This boss is proving to be most annoying. Let's make sure we fix the strategy on Velvet first. Yeah, definitely this is kind of like a... I'm gonna say a roadblock, but it's definitely our big challenge so far.
Try not to let it eat you.
That'd be very uncomfortable.
Man, it is just so fast on those spells.
I'll try.
I'll just try to half the damage it deals. Hopefully we can get some stuns out of this. Like, why is he still... Okay, they did tag him out eventually. Oh, we actually got a stun there. This might be worth pursuing for damage.
Now, rise, arise, ascending, angel! Here it comes! Here! Spiral! Hail! Spirit release! You wronged me! Here's your justice!
I think this is to make up for how easy the werewolf boss was, chat.
Leave this to me!
There we go, chat. Oh gosh, why is Velvet at no health? Oh, we actually got a weakness combo. Oh, we actually got the weakness combo. Oh man, that sucks. That would have helped us. Oh, we still got a little bit of meter, chat. Darn, this would have been our big chance to nuke the boss. I actually got it that time with Rokuro by filling in the enemy weaknesses. That sucks. At least we seem to be doing a slightly better job at containing the boss, which is good. And again, I just want to make sure that we are halving damage as often as possible. So if I have to play as little boy to half the damage, I'll do it, chat. Oh, yeah, I want to get out of the way of that. That would have been bad news for us. There we go. We stunned his little boy. Oh. I think we save Rokuro. We'll let him take the soul. Okay, this... I was gonna say this is going better, and then Magilu exploded for some reason. Just revive Magilu. We just need more damage on the field.
I'll finish this.
Ooh, I barely tagged him out in time. That was a close call. Eleanor died instantly, to be expected. That also means that our other thing is... That's one thing I don't like, is when you die, it does forget what you set up. So now I have to remember what we were doing. I think it was Harsh Rebuttal, Water Snake, into Searing Edge, I think was almost all the weaknesses. And Aizen didn't have any meter to tag swap. No! Oh, come on. I knew as soon as I did that, I hit the wrong direction. That sucked. I was trying to get the souls to not die, and then I died getting the souls. That was silly. Man. Yeah, these bosses' spells are kind of ridiculous on Chaos mode. Again, we're gonna use whatever we can to get more damage. So I'm gonna hope we can get more damage while we're doing this. Just any extra damage at this point is good for us. We're basically just trying to add as much hit stun to the boss as possible. I'm actually going to tell Eleanor to stay ranged. I don't want her to get close at all. I'm going to tell her to go... engage at range. This should actually help us out quite a lot. Because then the AI's way less likely to die. Ooh. Oh,
I can't die here.
oh, just let me get a turn. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, chat. Almost lost it there. I tagged her out at like the last second. I think she still technically died, which sucked, but there's not really too much I could do about that. Mow down is very dangerous. We're gonna half the damage. We're gonna pick up another soul. Okay. So again, if we just keep spell stalling, this is okay for us. Oh my gosh. That spell is so dangerous, chat. Now, what's kind of bad about Laphicet is that when we have a lot of really high damaging spells, it's kind of hard to keep his health up because he can only do it every so often. Alright, we just need any damage. Okay, this might be okay, chat. We're gonna tell Aizen to also engage only at range. I don't want him going in. He's just gonna die instantly. Alright, we're gonna try to get, we're gonna try to do our best to stun and stall this boss. I need somebody to heal me, for sure. Yes, please heal me. Again, we're gonna try to interrupt as many attacks as possible. But I think we have this now. As long as our AI friends do not die, we should be able to just slowly whittle this boss's health down. But you can see how much more aggressive the boss is in general. With 3 spellcasters, this boss should be locked down at this point. So we had to switch to our emergency endgame boss strategy. So now that I told them to engage at range, you notice how much better they are at dodging? That's another thing you need to take advantage of if you're playing a very hard fight. Like this one, it turned out to be way harder than I thought. But it's okay, chat. We adjusted to this. We're gonna do some damage to this boss, because we can actually do some damage. Again, my goal is to just kind of stun lock the boss so our spellcasters can do whatever they want. And they subbed in a melee character and died almost immediately. Not good. Man, those attacks are brutal. We are slowly winning. I just. Okay. Let's go for Mystic Art. We just need damage, chat. Which we could get from this. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Chat, that wasn't even my fault. I'll tell you what happened there, chat. Aizen decided to flash step before I selected him, and I was trying to cancel into his Mystic Art, but the flash, or not Mystic Art, into his Blast Soul, but he completed the flash step before he did it. That was so unfortunate. Oh man. Well, that just went really downhill very quickly. I'm gonna need this to survive for sure. Please don't die. Alright, I need to dodge that. I'm out of really strong characters to play. I think those characters have to remain dead because we're out of life bottles. I should have purchased more before coming to here. Listen, chat, we're going for some basic loops. Oh! An actual combo? Wait a minute. Eleanor, are you gonna kill the boss?
How could I be so
Nope. Just... No! Tag swap! Tag swap! Tag swap! Tag swap! Oh my gosh. Oh, this boss will not die. Oh. So close. We're doing this, chat. That was like, okay, if I get this other soul, we might be okay. Because I can counter whatever the boss is gonna do. Yeah, like that. I can counter that. I think we're gonna do it with Hurricane Thrust, chat.
Hurricane! Turn one! Hurricane!
Oh no, I'm out of souls. That was a big mistake. That was a big mistake. Oh no. The box is 38 health. Come on, just die. Oh my gosh, chat. Come on, I can't do... If I attack with the wrong move, I could just lose here. Straight up lose. Okay, Okay, she's in manual. I just want to make sure. What can I do to guarantee this victory, chat? We're so close. Oh, give souls to ally? Yes, please. We got it, chat. We got this regardless. Even if she kills me here, it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. Oh, that boss was way harder on Chaos mode. Oh my gosh, that took almost every item.
I don't think this Therian's getting any smaller.
The demon again! I'm not letting you go this time! Is that Therian eating the demon?
The Therian! It ate her! Malevolence must refer to demons then.
Feeding on demons. I know what that's like.
Mommy. Mommy. Look! It turned into a little girl!
Is that Kamoana?
Mommy, why? Why did you leave me all alone? Did I do something wrong? Was I too weak? I'm sorry, Mommy. I'm sorry.
No! This can't be happening!
I tried so hard to be strong for you, Mommy. The man from the Abbey made me strong. So please, Mommy, please come back.
The Abbey made her strong?
By turning her into a Therian? Jeez, those happy jokers really get off on this sacrifice stuff, don't they?
I can't believe it. Then, that woman, she was trying to save her own daughter.
Mommy! Mommy! I miss you. Mommy!
Dying, unable to save her daughter, all she could do was offer herself to feed her hungry child.
No, this is my fault.
So, should we bring her with us?
Someone like her will only slow us down.
That Therian isn't going anywhere.
Oscar, what is the Abbey doing? Please tell me, I have to know!
Eleanor, the less you know, the better.
I must know! I killed her mother, and then the poor girl, she...
Ah, so she must have devoured the demon. But don't let that trouble you. The demon was a necessary sacrifice to bring an end to this world's pain and suffering.
It wasn't just some demon! She was a mother! She was all this girl had! Her one and only mother.
Be that as it may, those who possess strong wings must...
Well, they had enough of the wings.
It's not nice to make a girl cry.
Kamawana.
It's now or never.
Out of the way, Laphicet.
Wait! Have you no compassion?
This isn't up for discussion.
I thought you just wanted to weaken Innominat! You can sever the link! You don't have to kill her! Velvet!
Oh, someone's had a change of heart. Apparently, a woman's tears truly do have frightening power.
I'm just curious about something Grimoire said. I can always kill this one later.
If we're taking her with us, we'd better grab her and go. No sense lingering in the enemy's territory.
Hey, Kamawana. My name's Laphicet. Do you want to come with me and my friends and get out of here?
Where's my mommy? I'll be lonely without her.
You're not alone, sweetie. I promise. Even if she's far away, your mother will always be looking over you.
How do you know?
Because... that's what my mother does for me, too.
Let's go, Kamawana.
Okay.
Woo! What a boss fight, chat. I know we didn't get much grade for it. We would have gotten quite a bit, but again, grade doesn't really matter. The best way to get grade is to do the dangerous encounters outside the area, outside the dungeon itself. Experience, on the other hand, it's good to not let anybody die for the experience. So since we're going for a very specific run, and these spells are doing a lot more than I recall, we're definitely not going to feel afraid to use items on the boss battles going forward. So we got a new ability, Heaven's Claw. Shooting Star is also pretty good. Beckoning Lure, I think, is one of my favorite moves for Laphicet, and that will start making me play him a lot more. Whirling Top is also a pretty solid melee move for Eleanor. We got something that just makes us move faster on the overworld. Everybody leveled except for Aizen. He got pretty close, though. He is level 24. So I think that would... Well, other than the first time, I think we could have probably won. The second time was just unfortunate, but I think we did pretty well in the third time. It got down to, like, literally last character. But let's see. Yeah, I think the big issue, too, is that this particular dish is not really helping us with combat. If I wanted to probably gear better, if I would say, from a perspective of how would I make that fight go better in the future, since I know spells do so much damage, we should probably change the cooking ingredient. So what I mean by that is if we choose to cook and eat, or excuse me, we should change the chef. So if we choose to eat something like, let's say the prickle boar sausage, I think getting the 40% damage reduction here is more important to us at the moment. Like, on easy bosses like the werewolf, focus is definitely more important. But I think for bosses that get that hard, we'll try to remember that cooking is a good alternative to reduce that damage. Because we were taking, like, at least 1,000 per hit. So if we only take 600 per hit, it would be as though Laphicet's ability was up full time. So let's take a look at some of the moves that we unlocked. But first, I just want to fix some of this. I don't mind these being harsh rebuttals. I would prefer if it was something like this, though. I think I would prefer that a little more. So let's see. She unlocked a new ability, Heaven's Claw. So this move I don't use as much. The reason I don't use it as much as her basic one is A, it's just usually more beneficial to continue your combo. But basically it just means, like, when I combo reset, if I were to, in theory, do, like, 3... Yeah, one Therian form with 3 or more souls, hold RT after combo starter. Also, one soul launches phone into the air. I don't like this one as much, only just because it knocks them down, and knockdown in this game for a very long period of time really messes up your combos. Especially if, like, an ally spell is hitting an enemy. You actually don't want this one. To me, I actually view this as a big downgrade. I almost never want to knock down with this game on purpose, unless the move is, like, really phenomenal or makes sense in the character's kit. Like, Aizen, I don't mind knockdowns. Velvet, I absolutely do not want to knock down the enemy, because she's all about getting those standing resets. Because if I do this move, it kind of forces me to only use moves like Water, Snake, Wake. And often I'm not usually fishing for another stun at that point. I'm trying to go for, like, paralysis or something else. So, to me, I feel like we actually just got downgraded, but it is what it is. Shooting Star is phenomenal. It's another water-type move, which is a bit unfortunate, but it feels good to mix things up. It's just an alternative to Smoke Screen. Because the reason you might not want to put Smoke Screen as much as, like, Shooting Star is that Shooting Star, I think, makes you go forward, whereas the Smoke Screen Assault makes you go sideways. So some moves will start moving you away from the enemy. So having, like, multiple Smoke Screen Assaults in a combo generally won't work unless you have something to counterbalance, and Shooting Star is just an alternative to that. Whirling Top, I think, is godlike. Yeah, I use... Even though we got it later in the game, I use it more than some of the stuff that we start with. Just to give you an idea of how unfair this move is. Like, like, look at her other skill usage. It has almost as much usage as Rending Strike, which is my most common starter. Also, it gives her Anti-Winged, which is nice for melee, but she's got it with Maelstrom. It's not too expensive. It's 9 for Fatigue. I kind of view this as, like, the Rising Moon that Velvet has. And then lastly, I think we got one move with Laphicet. I want to see if this is the one I think it is. Oh yeah, there it is. See chat, there's what, so not only does this have Demi-Human and Double Element, which is fantastic, because if you look at everything else, it just combines all the best features of everything. More importantly, it pulls enemies towards you. So this could basically just be used anywhere in your combo. It could be used as the combo starter. It could be used as the combo finisher if you push them away. It is truly fantastic. We want to actually get rid of some of our moves for that move, because it is quite silly in how powerful it is. I'm just thinking about the best place to put it. Oh, I actually put it where I was thinking about putting it. That's convenient. And honestly, unless you're fighting crustaceans, I feel like Beckoning Lure is just a better version of Mana Eruption. So I might even just replace Mana Eruption altogether here. I think that would be the better choice. Yeah, I think this is better. If I'm going for, like, stun loops, this is actually a really solid chain right here. I would touch almost nothing on this. And since Laphicet actually has a health problem, he's one of the few characters I'll actually legitimately use Absorb Health in his normal combos. He definitely has some health problems. I don't really know if I need Bright Shade, but I guess I could assign Bright Shade to his spells. We'll fix him up since we're here. Speaking of which, we didn't address Oscar. Oh, when I fought the boss the first time, I don't remember it being as close as this one, but I remember it going through a few resources, and then I was like, oh my gosh, please don't make me do another boss fight without saving. But if we talk to Oscar, he just ungs and ogs us, and Velvet thinks to herself, it would be so easy to ... Aizen says Velvet, with no punctuation. And Velvet says, I know. Eleanor is having hard enough time as it is. I don't want to do anything that might push her over the edge. So at least there's like sort of a canon reason as to why we don't kill Oscar. Because that would make I was about to say Rose. I blame the chat for mentioning Rose. It was about to make Eleanor potentially go over the edge. And if she goes over the edge, we lose Laphicet. So there's actually a real reason to not do that. So our blast gauge is terrible, but we'll continue forward. So we freed another Therian. But Chad, I think this is the first time we're going to see an instance of what that actually means to the world when you free a Therian. It's going to have some very interesting implications, I promise. Eleanor Rose. Ah.
Good. The malevolence is getting stronger.
My. The effects are already starting to show.
So we had the kind of depressing scene of Kamoana eating her mother to survive. And now that we've pulled the Therian away, we could see the world's not looking so good, chat. Also, I don't think I looked out the windows last time, but I like the little bubbles outside to indicate you're underwater. I like that. I think it's a nice touch. But we could see how evil this place became. It is a very nice touch, chat. We might get into 1 or 2 combats on the way there. I forget if there's another fight or not, but I'd prefer to get some items. And if we're gonna get some items... Oh yeah, this one had the Kingly Waistcoat. This is not a bad item to go for.
Be extremely wary.
I just want to double check where Beckoning Lure is my combo. It's at the beginning. Yeah, normally I kind of do the Beckoning Lure into Dark Quartet. It's because usually Beckoning Lure does stun by itself, so having Paralysis after this potentially could be a double soul. And honestly, Beckoning Lure is still better than Tri-Flare. The reason I want to use Tri-Flare, though, and keep it here is just because we'll lose a fire element unless I use Frozen Flame, which is why I have things arranged the way they are. Just for a bit of clarity, chat. If you're wondering why I put skills certain ways. Let's get a little more combos. It actually is decent priority on the forward animation, so even though Laphicet doesn't like move very far on any of his attacks, it's honestly really good. Like see, like I was able to hit both of those enemies from there, and it multi-hits. And I feel like it also adds a decent amount of chance to stun compared to some of his other moves. So if you just want to lock down people with Laphi Tank, I would just turn on every move to basically Beckoning Lure. It's pretty good, honestly. I guess I could show up another move. Oh. Actually, speaking of which... Oh, I didn't get Spinning Top to any of these. Crushing Drop is not bad. I don't think I need this for all of the finishers. Yeah, let's change this a little. Just to get a bit more variety, chat. We'll move some Whirling Top to here. I feel like my top one is against bosses. Still kind of working through her combos. Yeah, what I like about Whirling Top is that it puts her away from the enemy, but because she's a spear user, she can always do an advancing move to get back in. So if you're looking to just safely get some strikes, that's a pretty good technique.
You really do have a peculiar air about you.
We did not get the waistcoat I was looking for. That's unfortunate. But hey, at least we got some blast gauge, so it shouldn't be completely awful. Basically, I don't need 3 blast gauge, chat. I mostly just need to make sure we have 1 blast gauge, because 1 blast gauge is the difference between whether or not you could get out of a combo. Ooh, look at how different the world looks, chat, now that we did that. Do you like how the pure water is now like a darkish black? I always thought this was so cool when I played the game, and every time we replay it. I just like how dramatically different the exterior is. Like, you could see the color the water used to be in the distance. I always thought that touch was cool, chat. I love it. But we're gonna save. We're not redoing that boss fight on Chaos difficulty. New game plus the hard mode. Since we're not grinding. Yeah. Here it kind of impacts to a lesser extent. It's not as relevant, but we can see the water is definitely much darker. Chat, we're gonna get into exactly one more fight, just because I want to make sure we have one blast gauge. I'm not fishing for a specific item this time. Although, if we get more feather light steps, that's not too bad.
Forward
And I'm just making sure we got a little more meter. Swapping into Aizen, who has no meter. Yeah, let's make sure he has some meter. Oh gosh. The enemy was doing a lot of damage to us. That was kind of scary. There we go, chat. I want to make sure I'm out of the way of the spell. Ooh, I barely got that spell off in time. Again, we want to make sure just to get a little more blast gauge for all of our characters. But they could also tag into them, which we have to be careful about.
Really?
Hey, we got the fire ring out of the way. Definitely having earth or wind resistance would have helped us more, because keep in mind some of the cast hasn't even learned the wind damage type down by 4%, so when we were taking 1,000 damage, taking, like, potentially, you know, like, between 40 and 50 less damage probably would have helped us a lot. Probably, chat. This probably would have helped us if we just equipped the wind rings. But it is what it is. So we just have to make sure to continually get those percentage downs, because they do make a big difference. Or especially if we were getting hit by all those wind elements, if we had enhanced a wind ring to get the third ability, we could just be completely immune to wind damage randomly, which also would have helped a lot in that boss fight. So we'll just kind of keep those things in mind, chat. It's important to learn your equipment skills. It does make the boss fights a lot easier. But I think we are done here, chat. I think we're just going to continue to go to the town and see what happens, chat. How do you think the town is doing, chat, by the way? Because, like, the rest of the overworld is starting to be polluted with malevolence, and we haven't seen anything on this scale since one of the previous Tales games. And generally, that didn't bode well for that town either, to be honest. So, let's go see what happens, chat. I'm sure everything is fine, as Chris said. Everything, like, look, everything's fine. There's just malevolence everywhere. It's fine. I'm sure there's a reason I can't, you know... I'm sure there's a reason we can't teleport beyond Haria. I'm sure nothing will happen. I'm sure the town is doing... Yeah, it's doing well. Chat agrees. It's gonna collect some souls on the way here. Boy, I almost got into an encounter there. Oh, speaking of which, we picked up a couple of glaciite, but I don't think I actually looked at it. Oh, the paralysis up. That's right. Yeah, I think we just got, like, got something with a W. It might have been Wonders, but basically we got one. Oh, yeah, one of these things. It's fine. Hopefully we get more abilities. I'm really looking for Armory level 3. I'm going to be really happy, or actually not level 3. I'm looking forward to when we get another Smith upgrade, chat, because this is going to be a big difference in both our damage and survivability. That, to me, is going to make the game a lot easier. Then I feel like we're going to cruise along for a little bit. We're going to have to respect the undead. As I said before, there are two enemy types in the overworld we do not mess with. The trolls and the zombies. And then, other than that, there's not like a crazy hard boss, but we do have to be careful about spellcasters on Chaos. Just because they cast absurdly fast, and they usually have Iron Stance. Oh look, chat, we made it to the village. Sure, things will be fine.
Grim, what's up? Did you come to share something else you found in that book?
Not quite. I'm afraid the malevolence has grown too dense for me to hole up at the inn reading. Malevolence? The hell? What's that coming out of their bodies?
Malevolence. They're all hitting their limits.
Demon Blight!
Even the inn girl! Why is this happening?
They're demons now. Their malevolence is spilling over.
The malevolence. All of that energy spilling from their bodies? That's what causes the demon blight?
Do you know what demon blight really is? What demons are?
They couldn't have gotten far. Track them down at all costs.
We'll talk later. The exorcists are going to have their hands full with these demons. Let's get back to the ship while we can.
Well, chat, and Velvet has destroyed yet another village. She's doing well, chat. Most places we visit end up closed down, burned down, overrun by demons. It's fine, you know, that just kind of happens when you deal with Velvet. So I can go directly to Yseult, but I think we're gonna collect a few cat souls on the way there, though. I don't think anything is reset yet. It's a bit too early in the game for things to reset. Yeah, let's just go to Yseult. So there you go, chat. If you want to turn into a monster, just let the malevolence overtake you. And then you become a cool creature, apparently. I mean, I'm not seeing the downside. Other than people hate you. Oh, even this place is not looking so great. I think a nice touch, too, is if you look in the sky, instead of it being clear, it's all cloudy. I love it, chat. Also, very dramatic music as we talk to little girl. She goes, "Hey, did you hear a strange sound coming from Haria Village?" It was probably just the waves. I'm sure it was. The waves of blood, chat. As the werewolves get slain. What do you have to say, fish farmer? Be careful out around the Pengyongs. They may be domesticated, but they're still meat eaters. Neophyte. Neophyte says, they won't eat people, will they? See for yourself if you want, but I'm telling you, fooling around with beasts ain't wise. Alright, I'll take your word for it. The horror music as the Pengyons take over. Any minute now, chat, there's just gonna be a Pengyon revolt. Townsperson says, another peaceful day. I agree, chat, it's been really peaceful. Things are just going well for us. What do you have to say, little boy? I want to talk to all the people on the beach before I go back up. Crab Fanatic says, the way they scuttle around, that mysterious design, crabs are just awesome. Gross is the word I would have gone with. Huh? I think tasty describes them best. Well, apparently the sister and the farmers are in disagreement. So we have mastered the Bienfu bounce. We don't need to play that mini game anymore. We could get Tails coins from it. Honestly, it's one of the few mini games I would probably replay if I wanted more points. And I didn't want to do the combat one. But I think we're just about good here. We need to make sure to restock on some items, since we're starting to see the impact of not leveling. Souvenir shopkeeper says, these ominous figures just aren't selling, but I guess there aren't many people coming through. Unless, you don't think it's a problem with the figures themselves, do you?
Yeah, you, come on. Why not take a look?
He's telling us to take a look, chat. We can't say no. Let's see, do we have access to any new items? We do get a new item. The Feldspar earrings. Not bad. Not my preferred master skill, but I like the overall stats on the weapon. That should help us out a lot, chat. Feldspar waistcoat. Oh, we didn't get that from any of the things we fought for some reason. This also would have been pretty useful. It is what it is, chat. Effective fatigue reduced by 40%, and it gives focus. That's pretty good for our spellcasters. We'll get some more boots. Buy a little bit of everything, chat. We have money. It's fine. We need to make sure we stock up on those 30 life bottles. I think normally, chat, if you're curious, the item limit is 15. We'll leave it at 30 though. It'll just mean less shopping for us in the future. I don't think there's a scenario in which I will use all 30, so we should be good. Man says, Lord Oscar is the new governor of South Gan. Oh, so many Gans. He's a good man, an honest man, so I'm sure he and Priestess Mahina would come to a favorable agreement. Oh, dark humor. Dark humor, chat. No more drowning, Bienfu. Well, Chad, if you want me to, I could drown him for the road. We'll maybe come back here in the future. I'm not going to promise it. Bug Sellers says, buying and selling rare insects is my trade. I'm here to collect rhinoceros and stag beetles from this area. I used to gather them in Warwick Forest, but the Abbey has that place closed off now. One person says, that's an unusual line of work. Who buys bugs in days like these? There are always passionate collectors out there. Some even say they'll pay anything for a demon insect specimen. Frightening world. That, you know what, that reminds me. I don't think we got the dangerous encounter on the beach, chat. I do not think we fought the hidden boss that's here. Why don't we do that now that we've been through the temple? Townsperson says, you'll never guess what I saw. It was early morning down by the coast. That new exorcist Lord Oscar was up in a tree collecting cast-off cicada husks. You don't see that kind of cicada outside this island, you know. I guess he's still a young boy at heart after all. You know what, that's actually really interesting, because that is a callback to something that, or I guess callback is not quite the right word, but it is a foreshadowing of something that happens much, much, much later in the game, and I think I actually missed that dialogue the first time we were in there. I don't think that comes up again as, like, I'm not going to say plot relevant, but it does actually come up during a main plot area. That particular little tidbit. Yeah, that doesn't show up for like another 30 hours. I completely forgot about that, chat. So again, this is not going to be for XP. I want to see if we could get the bonus boss. So let's go ahead and do so. Okay, so until we get to the bonus boss, I'm going to let people know they're wide open. There we go, chat. They're wide open. There we go.
Another victory.
And chat, when I get back to town, I'll drown Bienfu just for you. Chat requested. I'm not gonna say no to the first request.
Are we ready for this?
I'll finish this.
I like that his tag swap knocks enemies down, because that just lets him get into another teleport attack. So unfair how good he cycles. Just look at this, chat. Again, he makes the fights go so much faster. This is just unfair, chat. So fortunately, the side effect of this is we'll get a lot of blast gauge and a little more experience. Which could save us a little bit in the long haul. We're not looking mostly for character levels, we're actually just looking for art bonuses. Oh, Rokuro took the kill. Good for you, Rokuro. You did it. So we're just gonna keep going, chat. There we go. I'm just gonna tag out mid-move into the you're wide open. And again, because that AoEs, he just really snowballs out of control, chat. Just like, look at this damage. No other character could really just do this on the fly. Kind of unfair. Oh, there's an enemy weakness that was hit. Well, that's unfortunate for them. Might as well increase my defense while I'm here. Goodbye, enemy.
This fight is over.
Oh, we got Flood Wall. I think that is also a pretty good art technique. Also, you'll kind of see what I was talking about before, where she just gets like a whole bunch of water moves. I feel like she goes a little too crazy with that. Like, she really did not need 3 water spells, chat. She really, really didn't. Especially not this early in the game. But Flood Wall, I think, is one of her best water moves, because A, it does stun, and we know stun is ridiculous. So this will work even if you're doing a low focus build for whatever reason. More importantly, chat, not only does it give us another thing against undead, which I really don't know why both of these target Snake, that's kind of annoying. But on top of that, it gives us art defense up, and as you've seen, enemy spells do a lot of damage, so this is going to be a move we could utilize to survive certain boss fights with Magilu. So she can already cancel their spells if they're not basically insta-cast on Chaos. But now she can actually survive hits from it. That overall adds a lot more utility to her character. So she's just good against spellcasters in general. And she can also stun full screen, which is good. There's Heaven's Claw. See, it just kind of knocks them over. I don't really like using it. Oh, I went to tag swap, and then I was like, wait a minute, nobody's actually knocked down. They're just in the air. Oh, I actually got the stun on the first hit? I was not expecting that. Well, that's good for me, I guess. Well, time to teleport, chat. There we go. Goodbye, enemy.
That wasn't worth the effort.
Okay, we're gonna fish for this boss, chat. Hopefully we should get it along here. I don't think it matters how many enemies you do in a row. I think it is just a random chance after the first. I'll double check if anybody online has said otherwise, but I don't need it to say grade ×2 to see it. I could see it as early as right now. Hopefully we see it as early as this fight. Like, there's definitely a minimum number of fights you have to do for it to spawn. I'm just not sure what that number is specifically. Man, that enemy actually guarded that whole combo. Good for you, enemy. Oh, you're stunned finally. There we go. We'll take that, chat. I'll teleport step into this guy. Oh, he actually resisted, but then I knocked him down. Which again is great for Aizen. That's the only time I really like knockdown. Okay, chat. I will let you know, Rock Swarm. My favorite thing to do with this ability, chat, is to turn it off. This spell is garbage. Like, this spell is actually bad. Please turn this off when you play the game. Don't let your AI use it. It is such a waste of time. It costs like so much SG, and it's so easy to get hit out of it. It's just so bad. It's so bad, chat. We're not gonna let our AI friend use it. Basically, it's just 4 small rocks hover around you, but if you get hit, then it just cancels them. So you've wasted like almost 2 souls worth of a spell, and you have to go in like melee range for it to work. It's just bad, chat. If the rocks were like really, really, really large, I might have considered it, but they're pretty mediocre. They're smaller than the Laffy set. Not worth using, chat. If you want earth moves, just literally play any other character for the earth damage. Oh, I actually blocked that in time. Nice. Man, they actually guarded all that. Good for them. Goodbye, enemy.
If you want to live, get out of my way.
It is still not giving us the encounter, but we're gonna keep going, chat. We should get it with persistence. I would like to show off the bonus spots before we leave, because this is one I always forget about. I think even in the previous playthrough, I forgot to go for this one. And I know the first time I played the game, I forgot to do it as well. But we should see it if we get into any series of fights in South Gand. We'll just do this area since it's closer. They're wide open, chat. Oh, look at that spell combo. Oh, if I had one more soul, I could have reset that. Oh, got the stun though. Look at that, chat. Hopefully we get the boss on this one. Man, we still didn't get the boss.
To cut you down.
Stubborn boss, chat. Am I gonna have to dangerous encounter? I mean, I'll dangerous encounter. I mean, we'll power up the enemies. I don't really care about that so much. Maybe I'll care on the boss fight. I think I even did the thing where in New Game Plus you could double the odds of a boss showing up. I think that is active, and it's still not fearing for some reason. Whatever. We'll let Aizen get some health in the meantime. So we're seeing the difference of fighting these enemies. Look at chat, look at their levels. So it says 42, but they're actually 52 because we're in a dangerous encounter. So their stats are actually pretty high overall. Silliness, chat. Ooh, we got a lot of hits with that one. Oh, why'd she at no health? That's not good. Okay, tagging in Aizen. We'll let her get some health back in the meantime. I feel like most people have meter, so even if we get the boss right now, even though it's a dangerous encounter, it shouldn't be too terrible, hopefully. There we go, chat. Fishing out that damage. This is the Reaper's power, chat. Ooh. So as a reminder, I want to say for the Verdict into Winter's Wind, I like doing this just because it lowers their focus, so it helps me trigger things like Poison a bit more accurately. I don't know if I have any other abilities yet. Yeah, I only have Poison at the moment, which is a bit of a shame, honestly. But we'll try to fish for Poison. Again, we're not looking for damage with it, we're just looking for another way to get a soul. If we don't get the boss after this, I'm gonna be very disappointed in the game, chat. Like, we are working our way into this. There we go, we got the boss, chat. So we're fighting Queen Bee, who has pretty high stats, which is a bit concerning. Apparently has a drop I never received in the previous playthrough. We've defeated her 4 times, but did not get the other drop, which is very interesting. Mostly fire damage, 1% chance to instantly defeat a stunned foe. Well, that will be a problem. If we could get a good stun off, I think we'll be good. Oh gosh, they put Velvet out. I heard the stun. Yeah, V in a very loose sense. It looks more like a wasp, honestly.
Now, Arise! Arise! Ascending!
We're just gonna do damage, chat. Ooh. Well, that's very, yeah, that is very not good, Aizen. I agree. Did not want that to happen. Alright, what are this thing's weaknesses again? Let's see. Armored Wing Fiend. Water Earth. Water Earth. I mean, I have some Earth moves. I guess I could do, like... Let's customize the combo, chat. I mean, if I move Shadow Flow here, that's gonna cover a lot of what I need, honestly. Oh, Shadow Flow's down here, that's right. So Water Earth... Don't really need another Shadow Flow there. Is there something else we could get? Not really seeing anything too useful here. Go for like another cheap Earth move, I guess. Make sure I dodge that attack. That attack can hurt us quite a bit. Oops, the boss was like out of there. Oh, I think because I was holding guard. I was wondering what happened there. I thought I hit the wrong button at first. Ooh, the boss was wide open. So we've almost defeated this boss. Not as hard as the Kambawana. Kambawana was pretty difficult. Huh? Oh, like they tag swapped or something.
But I'm this close. I won't miss. Form zero. Thunder.
Well, I got the counter off. That's good. We're gonna off the ground it. Which I did briefly do. Oh! I don't care who it is. As long as I don't lose a character, I think we're okay. Oh, she's got 5 meter. Let's take advantage of her 5 meter. Oh my gosh, we did it. Look at that grade! What is that? Chat, look at that. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go with Oh, Berseria, your grade total can be a little silly sometimes. I guess? I guess because I defeated the other enemy with Mystic Art, it gave us that other bonus? Well, chat, I guess everybody's done learning their equipment, because that's, like, way more than we need. Oh, you can't see it? Oh, my bad, chat. Let me just briefly toggle off the chat so you can see it. One moment. Look at that grade total. Yeah, I'll read the grade out loud next time we do it. My bad, chat. Oh, 474. Phenomenal. Just everybody learned everything. See, this is good because now Rokuro is getting 130 health anytime an enemy dies. So if we fight 6 enemies, we get almost like 600 health back just from that. Wow. Yeah, this probably would have helped us a lot, chat. I'm not gonna lie. If we did this before going into the temple, I mean, just look at this. Because keep in mind, chat, when we learned an equipment skill, when we learn it, we not only benefit from it still being on the equipment, but we also gain the mastery ability. So if we had wind damage reduced by 5% or 4%, I think, then we would stack another 4% damage reduction. So this would have helped quite a lot. But yeah, I think we're kind of good for a while. We got a lot of equipment learning speeds up. Organizing Insight. Mellow Fluid is what we also learned. Let's see, which one was this one? Increase drop rate by 1% when carrying less than 100 pieces of equipment on hard or higher. So This one is not bad. It's just that we are not currently abusing the crafting system, so I don't think at the moment we benefit from this. If you're not looking to collect one of each item, like, I tend to keep one of each item, so this doesn't always work for me, but if I'm just going for purely good items, getting this one early is pretty useful, especially if you've been using a lot of the smithings. Or at least the ability to smith. So just everything has been learned. Oh man, no wonder why we weren't doing as much damage with Velvet. What a shame. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna make sure she has her best equipment on. Oh, now she could get more equipment learning speed, I guess. So she's done, so I just have to pick whatever armor makes sense for her. I think I'm gonna take the attack plus focus combination, because I don't really plan on blocking ever with Velvet. I think that's just our rule of thumb, chat. We'll make her learn the shock ring, though. That could be useful. I'd like her to not be stunned as long. So this one is good on every character except Rokuro. Rokuro is another character where I really don't care if he has focus. Well, we got Feldspar Waistcoat, so I might as well switch him over to this. Got something called Death Ward, which I think I said I was going to save for later. I guess I could do it now, though. Darn, we're out of weapons to learn from. You go for the Kurogane daggers for pure damage. Or I could just get wind power plus 4%, which I think is more important, honestly. Oh, and she's using the wrong calcite spear. Wow, I really went into that other battle really unoptimized. No wonder why it was so hard. There we go. Just shake my head. Lessons learned, chat. You know what? We've been having her stay as a caster. We should probably actually give her something that boosts magic damage. That would probably also help. She can't quite get one of these yet. Again, I can't wait till we can upgrade this to get the maximum blast gauge plus 2. That's gonna make such a big difference with our character. Oh yeah, the invulnerability. I forgot that that was a recent item. Does that mean Velvet is Oh, Velvet's been using that the whole time. I could have had her learning invulnerability. So invulnerability at the start of combat is phenomenal, as you would imagine. We're going to try to stack that as much as possible. The boots also grant a great combination of things, because again, for Velvet, she does not care about defenses at all, and she just wants focus. So this granting focus and physical attack power is amazing, because I almost only do physical attacks. I will use her hidden arts on occasion, but nowhere near to the extent of the other characters when they have multiple choices. So that's out of the way. Castiles is done. Is there anything else she needs to learn? Well, she hasn't even learned from Amber Boots yet. Yeah, we need to make sure we just continually cycling through them, chat. It's very important we do that. Makes our life much easier. So she has learned up to Floric, which is good. I play her as melee, but she should probably be playing as a caster most of the time. But it is what it is. Reduce melee, but you get more armor. Probably also an okay item to have as a caster. Not the worst thing. Alright, let's get more focus with Aizen, because all I care about is the stun. He unfortunately has a new ability, so I can remove him from Pumper Upper, which is a fantastic item you could get from the shop. And I don't think there's anything else he can learn other than the Feldspar Waistcoat, so he's done there for now. So we already did Shock Ward, but he hasn't done Poison Ward. See, I'm seeing a lot of not pluses, chat. I think we're going to have to do a very minor amount of smithing on screen. Because I would like to not go too much further without doing some basic upgrades. Again, I'll try not to dismantle anything on stream because that does take a while, but I'll try to at least get some basic upgrades. I think we're good here. Nothing else Laphis can learn other than the Feldspar. That's fine. Oh. Critiquing capability up. I guess we'll take it. Can you learn anything? Resistant shoes. Oh, this is the male version of the Castiles. This one's pretty good. We want all of our characters to get that 12% extra blast gauge. Because just think, chat, Aizen and Rokuro already build blast gauge, like, I think the fastest out of every character in the game, and just giving them another 12% to that is just really silly. I'll give it to Laphicet for now, though, but we're gonna keep that in mind that that's there. Though we no longer have to do combat, so let's just go back to Yusol. We need a person that can upgrade our equipment, and since we killed off the Haria village, we will not be able to use their shop again, chat. So goodbye that one merchant we talked to once. Excellent, chat. So now that we have an okay amount of cash for smithing, like 1 million is honestly kind of low for later in the game, but for now it's okay. We'll be spending probably like 300,000 or so, I would imagine, if I were to do a full upgrade. And also, since we fought all of those enemies again, it reset the store. And it seems there's a new spear we can learn from. Now this looks like a fantastic item for us because it gives a little bit of art damage, which is great. It also gives a basic skill of attack +5, but more importantly, Chad, if you look closely at the enchantment bonus there, we get 7% to our total attack. Now, she is a very attack-loaded character, even if you don't use the herbs, so this is an amazing item for her, actually. Hey, we're actually getting brand new items to purchase. This is extremely good. Hey, the kingly waistcoat that I couldn't get before, we could just purchase it now. Look how convenient that is, Chad. I was trying to get that earlier. The game... Oh, wow, we have so many Floric boots. I need to get rid of them. But yeah, that's really good. So that means for the characters that were kind of stagnant on their equipment, such as all of the males, I can now switch them to kingly waistcoat. So this chat is phenomenal. So normally this is kind of a bad item because it doesn't give any defense. However, later in the game, we're going to probably switch to this because it gives 10% overall defense. So as long as we have a ring that gives us physical defense, it's kind of counterbalanced. Unfortunately, this makes Aizen a complete glass cannon, but it is what it is for the moment. Let's make sure to enhance our current items. Or future items, I suppose, as well. Oh, look, we could upgrade the Kuragane daggers if I really want to. I'm not going to upgrade the Kuragane daggers. I guess we'll give some of this. Oh, I didn't even notice this one. This one's also pretty good because I like using her fire spells. And you might notice that the second enhancement ability of this chat is Fire Elemental Arts cast 15% quicker. So this, when I start getting Crown Fire, that'll be the key time I start basically only using fire moves. This item is amazing. So that's what I find kind of funny is that, like, if you do actually junk some of the older items, you will actually regret it at some point because some of those abilities are just so good that, like, 50 or 100 in art damage from, like, getting, like, a stronger weapon is nowhere near as good as, like, cast time reduction. And we got immediately what makes this item amazing on the first try. Awesome. I don't have to do anything for it. So as soon as we get up to here, this is just going to be a big upgrade for her. Okay, so we went through all the weapons. I'm actually out of Amphibial. I did not really want to grind these out, but I do actually need more material. So I'll just get rid of that real quick. I'm going to do, like, the bare minimum to get upgrades. Death Ward. Okay, got some upgrades there. Ooh, another Amphibial. Unfortunate. I kind of thought we had more resources than this, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of grinding here. Let me just get rid of, like, all of these. This should be okay. I don't really care what these abilities are. I'm not going to go back to this, I don't think. These I'll get rid of. Okay, that should help with the crafting. Most of these are already +2. That's okay. Oh, we got another pair of boots. That's important to note. Those are all the boots we need for now. Oh, we have a lot of Feldspar. Awesome. Again, we want to do this just because it reduces our stun time, so I want to make sure we have a +3 of most items, even if we don't use them right away. This is another really good item. I think I'll do this. See, that other ability where you get 30% focus when health is 8% or lower, this is like a perfect item for Velvet if I want to make her tanky, but it is what it is. I think we're good with rings for now. Just check over our armors real quick. Yeah, we have some room for improvement. So that adds a lot of potential defense to us. Oh, we did not get the defense times 10%. That is a shame. Again, we want to make sure that some of our armor has some upgrades, because we have to keep in mind that multiple characters will be going for armor at once at some point. We're just going to do a quick look through here. So we now do slightly stronger break power, which is good. And we just got bonus experience versus undead, which is also good. 30% art defense after inflicting poison. That's actually a pretty good item for her as well. Oh, okay, chat. So we got something we're going to be using much later in the game when we have access to bigger arenas, because that equipment drop rate plus 20% is actually pretty big. Most of these characters are looking okay. Equipment learning skill plus 10%. Actually, I should probably level that one. We can just get rid of that other one real quick. Said before, I'm not trying to junk all of our items, just like enough that we could get the upgrades. Oh, if we could get that 35%. Oh, we did actually get the 35%. Oh, that's phenomenal. So now we have yet another item we could use to get more equipment later. So I think overall, I think we can add about 70% between 3 different characters, which is pretty good. We'll give one more upgrade to her ribbon, because she'll have to use it eventually. And I think that's about it for upgrades. I think everybody else got what they needed. Yeah, see, we have all these floric bags. Not useful to us at the moment. Okay, I will definitely quick save that, because I am not doing that menuing again. Jade from East 2 would sell the Kurogane daggers. I mean, probably. I think their big issue is that they just don't have any skills that are interesting. Like, let's just take a quick look at them again, just so we could talk about why I don't use them. Like, here's a big issue. No random skills. Why doesn't this item have random skills? Like, this would be fixed. All it would need to do, chat, is have, like, maximum blast gauge +1, blast gauge rate up, and, like, I don't know, like something silly like a throwaway, like evade gives you health or whatever. And then now I would have used this item, but the problem is, like, because of the fact it doesn't have the random skills, and it adds firepower, which is kind of useful, but only if you have all the techniques unlocked, it's not really something I'll ever really go towards. I don't have a reason to do that one. When we unlock, I think it's Form 8, which is a really strong fire move, then I would consider using it. But by the time you normally unlock that, it is just... there's just no reason to use the Kurogane daggers. Well, something that adds like 300 or more, comparatively. And it doesn't require gold, which is an annoying resource to acquire. You basically only really get gold from the Wandering Bosses. Sometimes you'll get it from other locations, but that's usually the primary place. So unless you're just repeatedly grinding those bosses for gold scraps, which is what'll happen if you get their Ventite and you fight them a second time, you'll start getting gold scraps. It's kind of like way too many bosses just to make it worthwhile. It's definitely like a New Game Plus, learn all arts only kind of item. That's about it. Oh, chat, it's Trendy Girl. Oh, we were talking about Trendy Girl before, so she has more conversations. She says, "You saw it used to be the hottest vacation spot around. Newlyweds would flock here on their honeymoons. Booey. How come my generation misses out on all the cool stuff?" "Oh," says the girl's mother, "I think you'll have trouble finding a husband, no matter what your surroundings." Wow, Trendy Girl got shut down by her mom, chat. That was kind of brutal. Boy says, "Aw, apparently playing underneath houses is dangerous, so we're not allowed in our fort anymore." Girl responds with, "Overcoming a little danger is all part of the process of growing up. Adults just don't understand." So all the kids from down there have moved. Kind of a nice touch that they kind of move around here and there, and we get additional dialogue. We get to catch up on Trendy Girl chat. Townswoman is questioning, "Why would the Abbey set up camp in a backwater place like Palamedes? Yseult is the heart of Southgand, so defending it first seems more reasonable to me." Oh, chat, I almost forgot. I promised I almost forgot we did not drown Bien Phu. My apologies, chat. It just went in one ear, out the other. I said it out loud, and I still forgot. But it's okay. I remembered eventually. let's circle around here and drown Bienfu for just because, I guess. I think he doesn't even move. Man, I'm so good at the super hard. It makes no sense. I can't do the one below it on a controller. You still earn coins for drowning him. Important to know, chat. So let's continue on up over here, I suppose. So we're basically done with Southgand. The game will not let us come back here until much later, so I'm glad that we got all of the mini-games out of the way, including the Wandering boss. So I'm glad that that's over, chat. We actually do not have a reason to come back here other than for skits at this point. Like, I don't think there's any more bosses or... Oh, technically there's one more boss. I take it back. But that's much, much later in the game. But yeah, for a while, this place will be closed off for one reason or another. Either our characters will find it too important to do other things, and therefore we can't travel, or it'll just be sealed. Man says, I see. I had no idea the situation in Haria was that bad. Yeah, everyone chose one side or another, the Abbey versus Amanosh. And in a little village like that, tension builds up fast. I understand how they feel, but right now the Abbey is our only option. Oh, the priest has nothing new to say, chat. We could be disappointed. We'll check in on the priest as we go through. The game rewards you for drowning him. I mean, like, technically you had to try to drown him because you had to press buttons. So it's like, you press buttons, close enough. What do you have to say, new recruit? Being stationed at Southgand is rough. I've lost 20 pounds since I got here. You've got a long way to go yet. I've lost over 60 pounds. Isn't that worth a trip to the doctor? Definitely. Definitely sounds like a trip to the doctor. 60 pounds doesn't sound healthy. Unless it's over many, 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 many years. But even then, that's a pretty big weight difference. Oh, we'll collect some tarnished coins, and I think we're about done. We'll just check for dialogue from the green dots. Oh, I'll go back inside the bar. I don't think we went in... Oh, no, not the bar. This isn't the bar. What am I talking about? I'm trying to remember buttons. There we go. I don't think I went back into the tavern. I was just thinking about it. Yeah, it's on the far left.
Where are we going? Where's my mom?
Kamoana, your mother is still far away.
Then I need to wait for her at home. Let's go back to Haria.
Scary demons are running through the village. It's too dangerous there now.
But I want to see my mom.
Your mom would be sad if you got hurt by a demon. Come with us, and we'll keep you safe until she comes back.
Okay, I'll go with you. I wouldn't want Mom to be sad.
I think it is pretty messed up that nobody really tells her about it. we just kind of go, yeah, your mom's fine. She's watching from far away. I'd like to think that they'll say, like, as I think Chris was saying earlier, that like she's always with you on the inside, and then they accidentally motion for the stomach instead of the heart. That's what I would think of, chat. I would go full dark humor on it. But let's see. Townsperson says, it may seem like summer all the time in Southgand if you're an outsider, but it's getting cooler and cooler for the past 10 years or so. When I was a boy, it was always blazing hot during summer festival season. Wait, now that I think about it, it started to cool down around the time people's faith in Amanosh started to wane. What a strange coincidence, chat. Nosy Woman says, up north they have towns and ruins, and demons are burning ports and even sneaking into the royal villa. Compared to that, Yassault seems quite peaceful. Oh, don't worry about that. We brought that down to Southgand. Gan, chat. None of Gans. Well, we might as well get cash for what we did. Sad-eyed man says, hey, I'm gonna be 30 soon, right? I'm afraid if I turn 30 without finding a woman, I'll come down with Demon Blight. I don't know what you're getting at, but you'd sure make a butt-ugly demon, that's for sure. Bloodwing Agent says, excellent work out there. Here's your reward. You cleared 2 hunts. So we have cleared quite a bit, chat. Okay, I was also going to check to make sure we didn't miss any of the glaze sites. So I don't think we looked at those 2 last glaze sites. So it says, provides the ability to trigger a random skill which decreases final damage on hard mode or above. That ability's okay. But we also got the Disruptor's Gracelight, which says, grants a random skill that allows souls to be retained when performing a break soul. Now, this is really powerful to put on equipment, because again, if we have more souls, we have longer combos. If we could combo reset using souls, but not actually expend the soul, then A, our combos go on forever, and then B, we could do more damage because we have more hits in the follow-up combo. So stacking the Disruptor Glacites bonuses with itself would be pretty good for us. Don't know if there's anybody on the upper floor. We'll climb up there quickly just to see if they have anything to say. I think I also forgot to go back to the tavern in the original playthrough. It's just something I don't think about. It's just one of those places it doesn't have like a mini game in it, and the Code Red person's in here, but it's pretty easy to get the Code Red elsewhere. So I'm glad we visited that, chat. So I think we're being pretty thorough with the conversation so far. I don't think I've missed anything, but you know how that goes, chat. There's always like 1 or 2 skits where it's like, oh, you didn't go back after this event. Missed the skit.
All right. You're going to tell me about the Demon Blight and Malevolence. Are you seriously thinking of breaking the Moloch taboo?
That depends.
Moloch taboo?
This is about more than just the demons. You could say it's the truth behind how this world really works. The knowledge can be devastating to humans, throwing into question everything they think they know. And so the Malachim agreed to withhold it from humans, for their own protection.
Do you still want to know?
It's not like I'm a human anymore.
I can't keep lying to myself. I can't go on unless I know the truth.
You asked for it. First of all, this illness you call Demon Blight does not exist. Any human carries the potential of becoming a demon. All it takes is for the malevolence lurking in their heart to overflow.
And what exactly is this malevolence?
Impure emotions beyond what reason can suppress. Think of it as the sin buried in men's souls.
So you knew.
I'm a witch. So malevolence is the darkness in all our hearts. Make any sense to you guys? Any at all?
When you put it like that, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
By nature, humans are incited by negative energy. It is easy to turn them towards impurity, creating malevolence. In fact, most people are constantly generating malevolence.
It might even be possible that demons are people's true selves, and what little reason they possess is all that keeps them in human form.
If the masses realize this, the realm would be thrown into utter chaos. That's why the Abbey propagates the lie of Demon Blight.
So I presume.
That can't be true! You know yourselves there weren't any demons before the opening!
It used to be that humans couldn't see demons, or Malachim. Not unless they possessed a unique spiritual talent we call resonance.
All your average human would see was someone turning extremely violent. Unable to explain what was happening, they'd just call those people possessed or feral.
Then what made people see them all of a sudden?
I don't know. My guess would be that something triggered greater resonance among all of humanity. And then, on the day of the Advent, all humans gained the ability to perceive Malachim. And in the following days, the Exorcist numbers swelled.
This has to be Artorias' doing.
But if there's no sickness, why would an entire village turn into demons at the same time?
8-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Humans produce malevolence, which Therians consume and transmit to Innominat. But when we removed Kamawana from the Earth Pulse point...
Clever boy. That's right. With no Therian to absorb their malevolence, the villagers could no longer contain it.
So you're saying it's all my fault?
Hey, what's going on? You all look so sad. It's scaring me.
On the other hand, at least now we know we can trust the contents of that ancient book. We tear the Therians away from their Earth Pulse points. Innominat's power will wane, and will prevent this awakening.
But if we take away the Therians, then more and more humans will turn into demons.
It's the only way to kill Artorias.
Ooh, the knives come out.
So even the truth won't stop you. Very well.
Since each Therian looks different, we'll only find them by capturing the Earth Pulse points one by one.
What separates humans and demons?
That's Eleanor.
Cheer up, Eleanor. Your mommy's looking over you too, you know.
Yeah, so she is. Thank you, Kamawana.
Grimoire, I want you to tell me more about what you said earlier. About malevolence? I told you, the subject is taboo. I understand that human emotions create a poison called malevolence that turns people into demons. Is there no way to stop malevolence from being created? As long as humans remain human, no. Malevolence is born of emotion, you see. But your kind must have found a way around it. Malachim experience emotions too. But Malachim do not produce malevolence, unlike humans. That's a lie. I've watched a Malak turn into a demon. That only happens when we are exposed to too much external malevolence. True. The island was full of prisoners and demons. And Melchior hit that Malak with something that turned it into a wyvern. Was it malevolence? To Malachim, malevolence is a powerful toxin. We seek those of purity to serve as vessels to protect us from it. It is not a perfect solution, however. If the vessel is corrupted, the Malak is as well. That is correct. So if Eleanor turns into a demon, then Laphicet... That must be what Eisen meant when he said he'd hate to see Laphicet's vessel broken. A small crack in one's soul is often all it takes to break a person apart. So try not to pick on our squeaky clean exorcist too much, hmm? Thanks for the warning.
A Velvet's theme playing, or a variation of it. See the chat talking about, did your mommy... Did you eat your mommy too? Oh, chat. Gloriously messed up. We want to make sure to talk to this person before we leave.
So I rescued this poacher who'd run away from one of those Class 4 islands, right? She mentioned something about being hired by some chef to go hunt a rare wolf on the island. But she didn't see a single blasted critter on that island, let alone any rare wolf. Place was empty.
Then why did she run away?
Even though she never saw nothing, she kept hearing some beast howling round the island. Freaked her right out, I tell ya. When she got back to her boat, her food had been pilfered, and her ship was scratched up to hell. She got out of there as quick as she could, but her ship sunk soon as she hit open water.
Sounds like whatever's there is as smart and manipulative as it is vicious.
Sounds like. Later I heard some talk about how several exorcists had gotten killed on that island. If you plan on going, you'd best be very cautious.
Well, we unlocked a new class 4, but Chad, I just realized, I don't think we have an expedition going, because normally by now it would be prompting us like a million times. So, oops. I think I forgot to send it out again. Let's correct that. Pirate says, beasts rule that island. If you plan on hunting there, be careful you don't end up as prey. Well, it would be nice to go to Beast Island at some point. Just get the shiny... Oh, Ember Fragment. Disappointing. Wit Boy says, I hear stories of Corsair Scourge comes from all over lately. Says the experienced sailor. I haven't heard any new cases for nearly 10 years. Why now? Maybe it really is the era of disaster. Could be. In any case, I'm telling everyone I know to keep Salatoma close at hand. So I think the reason they bring that up is to try to tie it a bit more closely to Zesteria's timeline, because they had a lot of confusing names for different eras. So I think this is technically the era of disaster, maybe. Anyway, Pirate says, always be sure none of your supplies are spoiled before setting sail. I mean, fair enough. I want to double check that nothing else has actually popped up in any of the other locations. So I don't see anything in the overworld. Yeah, I don't see any more skits. We'll do a quick wraparound. So chat, I was double checking something about the skits. So the reason that we're missing some of them in general when we go through a playthrough is that you get different skits depending on whether or not you do side stories before or after the final area. By the way, or one of the final areas. So that's why we have a lot of blank spots. And also, much like in Zesteria, you can technically... I'm not sure why I went this way. Technically, you can also unlock skits, chat. But unlike Zesteria, which uses money, it wants cat souls. So chat, I have some really bad news. We're gonna need a lot of cat souls to unlock the other skits. Like, a lot of skits. Because we're gonna be missing potentially 20 to 30 by the end of the playthrough. And I was looking up that they say it costs 500 per skit, so we could not afford all the skits at the moment. So I might have to do some off-stream cat soul grinding when we're completely done with the game, just so we can conclude with all the skits. Let's see. Ifrit's crew member says, get the ship loaded up and ready to set sail. If I catch you slacking, I'll string you up by your feet from the main mast. Yeah, I don't know why it's... well, first of all, they should have just charged us money. But second of all, I'm like, really? 500 cat souls a skit? That's brutal. That is really brutal, chat. Yeah, and the reason why we didn't see it in the first playthrough is we didn't go back to the cat's corner kind of area much later on, just because of the fact that once we beat the final dungeon, it did unlock a new option. And I didn't even realize that was an option, because honestly, I don't usually go back to that place. But I guess it makes sense, Chad. Well, we have nothing more to do. Let's just set sail.
Sir, we just received a Sylph J from the boss of the Bloodwings. She has a job for us and wants us to meet her in Logres. How should we respond?
Let's do it. Besides, we need to see if that demon in the villa was actually a Therian.
Good point. And the Bloodwings might know something about the other Therians, too. We're heading for Logres. Prepare to set sail.
Ready anytime!
Chat, I'm remembering where we are in the plot. So I want to make sure to kind of do certain events all together. I think it's okay to do the startup of this event and also go to the location afterwards. But I absolutely do not want to complete the upcoming dungeon in this session. So we will take a break before that point. So we'll probably do the Class 4 arena if it lets us do it. And we'll do all the setup needed for the events. Because I think we're coming up to one of my favorite parts of the game. If I'm not mistaken. Because we're gonna end up dealing with Earth Pulse points in the near future. And there are 2 places we visit that I really, really, really like. And I believe, one of the Earth Pulse encounters. It's arguably my favorite scene in the game, only topped by a much later chapter. And I'll leave it as vague as possible. But people that played the game before might know what I'm talking about. So anyway, it's beast mode time, chat. Those poor enemies, chat. Little do they know they're about to get wide open. Oh, they actually died before I could do it. That's the true strategy to counter Aizen. Die before he reaches you. Oh, that enemy was dodging us for a while. Again, our goal is to get our blast gauge up since we're here. Oh, she actually got it from Ice Edge. Nice. Kill that guy real quick. I like that her spear also hits backwards when she twirls it. I do like that it has a generous hitbox there. Now, chat, there's another move you should use after you launch an enemy, and I'm trying to remember which one it was. I don't think it's Double Rush. Don't think it's definitely not a Trouble Strike. Is it Double Rush? No. There's one where it's like she twirls it over her head. I forget what move that is, but that was the one I usually prefer to do. Again, there's just no reason to use Vanguard when Rending Strike exists. It costs like 1... It even costs 1 less SP. I don't understand it. That's skill, chat. Okay, I want to tag out Magilu for a little bit. Oh, she actually got the stun. Maybe I don't need to then. Oh, speaking of which, now that I don't really want to do Water Mine, honestly. Let's switch that with Flood Wall. We'll show it off at a distance. It does a few hits in a row, and it's pretty good at AoE. Look at that juggle, chat. Anyway, back to Aizen gameplay. So we're gonna do our best to kind of breeze through them. Oh, I realized I don't have 3 souls. That's unfortunate. So again, if I need to get status ailments off just to get more souls, I do have to cast other spells. I like how he says pressure, eat it, and then you can make him say up. So you can just make him shout eat it up constantly to the enemies. Aizen's encouraging people, chat. Oh, they are so dead. That was like, I don't know who got the AoE stun over there, but good job. Whatever teammate did that. Wow, we comboed into the air slasher while they were standing. That was kind of unfair. As I said before, I do like the air slasher in general. It's if you get things that reduce the wind casting time, you can actually fit it into a lot of combos, especially as a combo ender. So it lets you get a moment to reset your soul count. So kind of like that, like the combo didn't actually drop there. It will drop on bosses if you do that, but on normal enemies, you can afford that pause, cast that spell, and then just get the punish afterwards. It's kind of nice. You can also get kind of like pseudo resets that only work if Loppy Set is there, because Loppy Set gets the ability to basically double the amount of time enemies are stunned, and spells really help stall that out once that happens. And we're just gonna breeze through all these enemies. I probably should have done things to increase the equipment drop rate, but we're not looking to be optimal here. I'm just looking to show off the content. Later on, we'll be... I'm not sure if grinding them's the right word, but if we're looking to fill in some items, I'll just come back much later. Well, that reminds me. Never actually assigned, I just love that that's all Hurricane Thrust. That just gets me every time. I'm not really using this bottom one at all. I suppose I could repurpose this. Like Mowing Blade is not bad. kind of mix things up a little more. Yeah, that's not too bad. I had a feeling if the other move pulled him backwards, he would be able to strike with the Cyclone Dart, which I was correct. Just on the fly combo creation. Oh, they're crazy dead. Oh, somebody else moved the enemy. That sucked. I was actually about to combo off of it to show you how useful air thrust is, but they trolled me. There we go. And again, it gets faster the further you do it into your soul count. So definitely by the time you get to like 6 or 7 souls and use it on the 6th or 7th soul, it is much easier to combo reset with it. But yeah, if you want to maintain a high amount of souls like this, you could kind of combo into it. There's not much they could do about it. So all that actually comboed while in the air, and it let me reset them. So that was kind of nice. Oh, I did the wrong move there. Oops, my bad. Oh. Well, I'll just evade him for another soul, I suppose. Oh, I actually countered properly there. And not just because I was Hurricane Hup spamming. That felt good. Okay, the enemy's wide open. We gotta let him know, chat. So again, these arenas are not too challenging. If you're looking to get a lot of items, generally prefer this. If you're looking for grade, just remember, do the overworld encounters. Like those random bosses, they give so much grade. Kind of game-breaking at points.
Killing flash! But I'm this close, I won't miss! Form Zero! Thunder! Come, vengeance!
Well, I actually countered immediately. I had a feeling somebody would try to hit me out of that. What a jerk. Ooh. Amount of souls and low on blast gauge. Not a great combo. Alright, I'm gonna swap out. These enemies are a little dangerous. And then we do this, and then they're less dangerous. Oh. Hurricane, chat. Oh, I thought that other guy was gonna attack me. I think an ally helped us and simultaneously trolled us. That's the downside with Rokurou when you're fighting normal encounters. It's pretty easy for the enemies to get interrupted compared to bosses. So actually triggering his counter is very difficult. Wow, that's still comboed. That was gross. That should not have comboed, but I'm glad it did. Wow. He was still in the landing animation. That was unfair.
That was tougher than I would have liked.
Now, this area is actually pretty good for getting gold. I think I do the arenas mostly for gold, if I'm not mistaken, late game. So there we go. We cleared the arena. We got some potentially new items, because again, we weren't really fighting these enemies before. Pretty abysmal amount of grade, I must say. But hey, we got more things to sacrifice at least. I think one of those items might have been new. All demons defeated. Attain Featherlight Steps. Okay. Let's take a look at the boot it actually gave us, because usually when it gives us an item, it tends to be much better than some of the other ones. Yeah, so this was the boot that we unlocked. It automatically gives us the -1 Mystic Art Blast Gauge cost 1 or vulnerable. And also note that unlike Kuragane daggers, they come with random skills. So this one came with charge effect activation speed increased by 12%, which is not bad. But more importantly, enemy stun duration increased by 10%. This is extremely important for combos. If you keep stacking this, this lets you get a lot of weird resets that normally would not happen. And again, that gives you more time to set up for multi-hitting spells. Just phenomenal. So that's kind of unfair. I don't know why Kuragane daggers are so bad. I don't know why they decided to do that, chat. Like, they could have made them not terrible. Just an example of an item they cared about, chat. Speaking of item we care about, we want to make sure to get the cat chest. is every single one of these islands has a cat chest for us to plunder. Speaking of which, 135 cat souls. Wow, we are close to going below 4,000 again. I'm doing my best to kind of negate the spirits that we lose, but man. Oh, we unlocked Therapy Cat officially. Wearing this will have you feeling perfectly at ease. Perfectly with the pun. Guess we could show off Therapy Cat in case people have not seen Therapy Cat before. This puts a cat on somebody's head. It's just up there. I think originally it might have been on Magilu. I think she inspired it, and then we kind of put it on the hat. Yeah, we had it like this, because it kind of like fit naturally with her. So Therapy Cat is back. Put it on Magilu. So the game is going to railroad us. We have to go to Port Zexon, so we might as well teleport over there. Ooh, we hit a cutscene on the way there.
I lost my mother to a demon. Yet that girl's a Therian. I don't even know what I want anymore.
Hey, that's pretty! You like to look at that thing, don't you?
Yes, my mother... Someone very important to me gave me this. I treasure it a lot. Looking at it gives me strength. Do you want to see it?
Yeah! Ah!
What's wrong?
My face! It's scary! I don't want to look like that! I don't want my mommy to hate me! Mommy! Mommy!
When I was her age, that's just how I cried. Come, Moana. I want you to see this.
That huge owie. What happened?
It's big and ugly, isn't it? There are scary things about my body, too. But do you think I'm scary, Kamoana?
No, not at all. But are you alright? Does that hurt?
Thanks, sweetie. I'm alright, I promise.
What about me? Do you think I'm scary?
You're such a sweetheart, Kamoana. Nobody could ever be scared of you. Not me, not your mother, not Laphicet. You don't have to cry anymore. It'll be okay. I promise.
Okay.
That scar, was it from a demon?
Yeah. They attacked my village when I was a girl. I was so hurt I couldn't move. But my mother lured them away from me so I could survive.
What happened to her?
The last thing she said to me was, "Stay strong and keep living."
Oh.
Come to the deck. Grimoire says she's learned something from the book. Hey, why's your face so red?
It's nothing.
Somehow I doubt that.
It's nothing, I swear.
Do you all remember the second verse of that song Laphicet read earlier?
4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therian shall be forever reborn in sight of the full crimson moon.
Right. That's what I've gathered you all here to discuss. And we think that passage means that Innominat and the Therians will be revived by a chosen one, right? Yes, but the shall be forever reborn part kept bothering me. I've reconsidered my analysis. Suppose that instead of someone being chosen by Inominat to create Therians, the song means that Inominat chooses who becomes Therians. But so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn. What do you think that could mean?
That someone receptive to Inominat's power will be reborn as a Therian.
Like Kamoana.
Which is to say that the Abbey figured out how to turn people into Therians, and then got right to work.
That's...
Are you really that surprised? Artorias has always been one to prioritize the many over the individual, as I well know.
Another thing to consider is this wording about Therians being forever reborn. This could mean that one Therian will be reborn again and again, or it could mean that different Therians will be born to take their place.
Meaning that even if you kill one, there are more waiting in line. They can't be wiped out.
Looks like prioritizing the one over the many was the right call this time. Eh, Velvet?
I never said I wouldn't kill her, if it would prevent Inominat's reawakening. But Therians can't be killed. Not truly.
So, in a nutshell, if you kill one, another person who's receptive to Inominat's power will be reborn as one.
Right. But the song says that 7 mouths feed the body, so there's only so many around.
If you don't kill them, the next ones won't be born.
Exactly. So we remove the 7 Therians from their Earth Pulse points instead. But then, we also have to protect them so the Abbey doesn't steal them back. Or kill them.
Sounds tricky.
We've got to protect my bug, too.
Yeah, you take real good care of that thing now. Got it?
You bet I will.
In that case, we should probably work on securing a proper hideout for ourselves. You got a secret base or anything, Eisen?
It's every man's fantasy, but sadly, I don't.
We need a hard-to-find spot. One where we can guarantee a steady supply of malevolence for the Therians.
Somewhere devoid of people but full of malevolence. Real poser you got there.
With the Abbey in control of the entire continent, finding a place like that will be easier said than done.
Meanwhile, Inominat's reawakening draws ever closer. We'll have to keep collecting our Therians while we search for a hideout. For now, let's just get to Logris.
Actually, small correction, chat. I don't think the next session will have... We're going to a location where one of my favorite events is, but I'm thinking about it. I think there's a little more plot in between. Still, I don't want to go too far in that plot direction either.
Hey, old man! Give me all the water and food you got! Wait your turn, moron! I was drifting out at sea for 3 days! Almost died out there! Poor you! You probably deserved it!
Wow.
Say that again, wise ass! I dare ya!
Shut up, both of you. No one's getting anything until you pay me what you owe first.
Are they gonna be okay?
Don't pay them any mind. Sailors are just a short-tempered bunch, that's all.
Huh? The hell are you doing?
What's going on?
They've jacked up the price to dock our ship here.
Oh yeah? Some real balls you've got there, buddy.
If you lot want to moor here, that's the price you're gonna pay. Look, pirates are a liability to begin with, but calling your crew infamous these days would be putting it lightly. The more wanted you are, the more it's gonna cost to hide you. Capiche?
Hard to argue there. Benwick, just pay the man what he wants.
Yes, sir. You're such pushovers. You and the captain both.
I knew I could count on you to come through, Eisen. Pleasure doing business with you.
The pirates are being robbed, chat.
Looks like I'm causing you trouble.
It comes with the job. Don't sweat it. Some sailors just have longer tempers than others.
Noted.
Quite a few skits to do. We'll explore. You might have also noticed the treasure count reset, so if we explore the treasure chest again, we should be able to get more items. Seems that one didn't reset, though. Let's go towards the skit here first, though. Looks like sailors on our ship, potentially.
Just when are we gonna be allowed free access through Vortigern? Having to go all the way around it every time is far too inconvenient. If they insist on building a big gate over the sea, the least they can do is let honest folk through it.
I get why you're upset, but maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it after those savage demons wrecked the place. Look, those demons who attacked Helavis are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep, standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way, wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah. The official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
Like, yeah, it looks like there's another skit involving our ship is what I'm saying. Just looking at where the side story is. I was taking a look at the sails difference. You can definitely tell that was the one we landed on before. So our ship definitely stands out, I would say, compared to the other ships. Trader says, I went down to Yusult in Southgan recently, and boy oh boy was I for a shock. Did you know they ate pengyongs down there? Pengyongs? They're so cute! I can't believe anyone would look at one and think, food? Speaking of food, the shipment you wanted came in. A whole crate of grade 5 rat pig meat. The very best. Oh, did it? Hooray! I can't get enough of this stuff. It's been so long since I had decent steak. Oh, look at that, chat. The game likes a lot of irony and satire in their dialogue. We're experiencing a bit of irony on that one. Man says, though they rebuilt the storehouse, they never did catch who burned it down. I'm disappointed in the Abbey. They can't catch a mere arsonist. Well, it looks like this town is slowly recovering, I suppose. Mindful Youth says, the demons that raised Helavis recently attacked Lothringen as well. What's more, they used unknown arts to summon a dragon. They summoned a dragon? That makes them more than ordinary demons. The Abbey needs to concentrate on putting them down before it's too late. Well, we can take a look at the storehouse, I suppose. Is there anybody in here? Apparently not. Darn, we keep maxing out on amber fragments. I would appreciate literally any other fragment but amber, but unfortunately that seems to be what we're getting. Yeah, poor animal mascots in this game. Actually, speaking of which, I guess there isn't like a... I can't think of a reoccurring animal in the Tales games other than the seagulls. To say like a mascot animal, because we were talking about, well, somebody mentioned PSO earlier. I was thinking like they have like the Rappies, where I guess like this game has like the Pengyons, which are kind of like them. But yeah, I don't think there's like a Tales animal mascot that's been carried over.
All fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltia's our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command. People thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Eifried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eifried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, she looks interesting.
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens. I bet you're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure, some are looking to test their fate, and some are just searching for a good place to die.
We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure. But not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours. But you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the accidents came.
And then Ifrid stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Ifrid and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
We got more backstory and eyes in there, and a little bit on the crew, so we get a better understanding of who actually joins him on his escapades.
Oh.
We're gonna quickly set sail one more time. Let's take a look at our cooking totals. How are we doing on food, by the way? Oh, we need to mass consume. Hold on, chat.
I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished. I believe I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished.
I think she's finished, chat.
I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished.
We'll take her up to level 12.
I'm finished. I'm finished. I believe I let myself get a little too into it.
I feel like that quote works as the ender. Nullify wind element damage, 5% chance is what that means. Yeah, you can see they're like missing a little punctuation here and there. See, the one I'm really looking forward to though, chat, is the higher amount of focus. But the problem is like this item is too hard for us to trigger in boss battles while underleveled. Like 50,000 damage is very easy in a casual combat. It just involves you Mystic Arting at some point, but it's okay. Do a quick save. Finished or famished, very true. Let's do a formal save, actually. We haven't done one of those in a while. Let's see, do you have any new hunts? No. Okay. So we've completed 12 of them so far, not bad. I think you get an achievement specifically for 20 or 21, something like that. Doc Trader says, be able to play dice every night thanks to wanted criminals. You need a place to dock? I'm your man. Nothing rattles that guy. Coming from you, that says a lot. Well, Velvet and Rokuro, not exactly approving of the gambler. AKA the guy we paid money to dock. Townsperson says, we've got a huge order for supplies from the Van Valvi. Van Valvoli? I guess I never tried saying it out loud, or not thought about it. They're doing well, it seems, and that helps us too. So we're not allowed to go back to the Empyrean throne. What do they say for not allowing us to go this way? Oh, we just get the no pass. The non-highway is closed up north. The army won't suffer another embarrassing attack on the Empyrean's throne. Well, we could see more cats. Chat likes looking out for the animals. We had the cats to the north, and now we have another cat hidden back there. Too much else to do here. I think we'll just end up going to the next town, but we'll keep chatting to these people. Townswoman says, why are the Aldina plains to the east of Danan Highway closed off? There's been a string of terrible storms out there. The weather just isn't right. It really is the era of disaster. I don't want to start thinking about the timeline, chat. It's gonna give me a headache. I'm just gonna accept the fact that they call this the era of disaster. Let's talk with this gentleman.
I heard that the merchants in Port Renede are making a killing now that the sea gate is shut tight.
No. Nothing compared to a merchant like you.
There are people profiting from this?
What are you talking about? Anyone who wants to head to Northgan has to sail around Westgan now. And those ships need to put into Port Renede for supplies.
That is true. Still, it's only until Vortigern is repaired.
Your friends in Renede wouldn't happen to be paying off the Abbey to delay repairs, would they?
You think that'd work on the Abbey? They're not as lax as the church was.
So that's it. You're in cahoots with the church.
Hey, relax. I'm just saying, there's a lot of nasty rumors circulating about those priests.
So not everyone's been hurt by Vortigern's closure. Interesting.
There's a front and back to every coin.
Except your coin only ever turns up tails.
See what else the merchant has to say. If you sniff out any good deals, let me in, eh? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours and all that. Yeah, these are the times we need to help each other out. You got yourself a deal. Well, it seems there's profiteering even in people's sufferings. This seems pretty accurate. What does the trader have to say? The invention of the compass and Southgan's unification paved the way for a century of advancement in sailing. But all that progress has gone to waste since the opening. Nowadays, even keeping Abbey-managed routes open stretches our resources to the limits. It's a shame, really. If it weren't for Demon Blight, we'd be living in a new age of the sail. Regular voyages to the far continent, can you imagine? I don't think we ever end up going to the far continent in either of the games. Again, I don't know if they'll ever come back to this particular setting. It would be nice. I'm assuming they never will. But we get to enjoy it while it lasts, chat. Townsperson says, the Abbey let me have a look at the Empyrean's throne. It's enormous, and the stairways are endless. Some demons snuck inside too, but the Shepherd and the Empyrean soon made short work of them. Well, he's kind of half right about that. Soldier says there have been rumors lately about demons outwitting the Abbey at every turn. Talk like that stirs panic. Oh, excuse me. Talk that stirs panic like that is criminal. Anyone who spreads that kind of gossip should be arrested. So, we're able to teleport back to some of the side areas, but interestingly, we can't go to our next destination. Oh no, we could go to Renede. I guess there's no more cutscenes. Never mind. Oh, but there's a skit here we would have missed if we teleported.
The Bloodwing butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Yes. Information on the Shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of this city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the Church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up?
Dove mimicry? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A black, full-chested dove? Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Poor Eleanor. She doesn't know. Cuckoo. Well, it seems the chests have reset, so I might as well just keep walking. I think there's one more skit as we get closer to
Here we are, back in Logris.
Logris.
It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act?
Coo, coo. I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Impressionist script.
Is Inominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
So I think we're making excellent progress, chat. I think what we're looking to do is we'll try to make our way to the bar, and I think once we do get to the bar, I think we'll end the session at that point. But in the meantime, we still have a lot of other skits to see, because once we go back to Logris, there will be more things to see in general. So we have a lot of townspeople to talk to. It is tempting to do a dangerous encounter here for experience, but I'll try to avoid that temptation, chat. I want to check one other thing, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, equipment. That's right. I wanted to see if... Yeah, Snakebite was new. I remember there was something we picked up that I wasn't sure if we had it or not. And now that we have the garish pink shirt, I can also upgrade to the Feldspar garment, which is good for us. Let me just make sure that we're properly equipped. Yeah, now we picked up a few spike shoes. Now, this master skill is not really good. However, it is technically necessary if we want to beat this only on Chaos difficulty to beat one of the optional fights. Chat, I will let you know, I probably will not beat that fight the intended method. I just really don't want to. I feel like it would take way more time than it's worth. So I will spare us that. But I will acknowledge that I am aware of how to beat that other boss. I just don't want to do it that way. I could switch her to any of these garments. Interesting. Might as well as do so. Actually, were there any lower armor she didn't learn yet? Ooh. Yeah, it looks like she's okay there. Oh yeah, we're cheesing that fight. That's the only time I'm not doing it on hard mode, and that's not just because like I needed to progress, but mostly just show off like what you're supposed to do on that boss fight. And then you'll understand why I'm not going to do that boss on Chaos mode. That'll be the only exception to our rule. Because again, I would normally never defeat that boss. If the rule was to never leave Chaos mode, I would never bother with that boss. There should be more boots I should get down here with the spike shoes. So this slightly lowers our focus, but it gives us more attack power. Oh, but we also lose magic. Ugh, not a good trade at all. What a shame, chat. Oh, do we still not have any new armor for them? What a shame. Also, Laphicet's stats right now are kind of insane. He has this 400 on all of his attack stats. Like, and his focus is not the lowest either. Like, poor Magilu. Also, I kind of like the Lulu doll cat. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of forgot to look at some of the designs of them, but definitely I'm liking the Lulu doll. Some of the other ones aren't too bad. The chocolate idol was pretty amusing. Ooh, that one is just... That is a series of colors. All that matters is if you win. Very true. Yeah, there's not too much, like, quote-unquote cheese in the game that I came across. It's mostly just realizing if you can manipulate the AI strategies to cater towards specific boss fights, like, you can make a lot of fights easier for yourself by just telling everybody to be ranged, for example. That's why I think characters like Aizen, Eleanor, Magilu, and I guess Laphicet are kind of like the ultimate team. Because no matter who you play, they can all be played, all the other characters can be played at range. Whereas I feel like it's a lot riskier to leave Velvet on her own, because I feel like she is hands down the worst AI. And Rokurou is not bad. He's usually pretty tanky, but he doesn't offer the same kind of stun lock if you don't play him manually. Like, the AI doesn't know how to Hurricane Hut. It just doesn't know, chat. I wish it knew. Would have made life a lot easier, but it is what it is, chat. So we're gonna go ahead and ignore everything that's here. Constant squawks. Let's do another formal save. Actually, I wanted to check something. Okay, I did have a save from back there. I was just curious if in the future I wanted to copy out the Act Like a Dove. I would have to replay the game to some extent for that. But here we are, chat.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh. Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know, I was just saying.
Expedition has returned. Let's go ahead and take a look. See, those glinting glitterfish glitter is good for cash, so I'm glad we picked that up.
Scout.
Hello, Scarf Soldier. What do you have to say? To all warriors, I have this to say. Those who fail to enhance their equipment shall never see victory. Laziness can lead to a sore punishment, believe me. Yeah, definitely that last fight was pretty hard because I didn't upgrade. So we'll try to at least upgrade our weapons at minimum.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you. The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up!
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
Ha! I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorias became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Helaves are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive!
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
I love Magilu messing with people. I definitely feel like by this point in the game, she's definitely a lot funnier. I definitely love her interjections as we go forward. Initially, you were kind of unsure if she would just be kind of like an annoying sidekick or not, but I'm definitely completely warmed up to Magilu. Like, even first time through. Like, by the time we get to these skits, I do enjoy them quite a lot. She loves messing with people. Fantastic, chat. Top Mistress says, "Oh, I know you. You're the magical menagerie or something, right? That's how you get away with walking around dressed like that, isn't it? I know people need entertaining at gloomy times, but you do well to keep in mind your modesty. You won't stay young forever." Wow. Wow. That is certainly a statement. Dog Loving Boy says, "Ideally, I'd let the dogs run to their heart's content outside the walls. Yeah, but there's demons out there, so we can't very well go outside. Nobody likes it, but rules are rules." I know, but I can't help but feel sorry for the poor mutts. Why should they suffer because of the rules? Hmm. Yeah, I think they were talking about Velvet more specifically in that last one, but I guess Magilu would be the only one got to dress funny.
What's with this crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show. Man, it was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow, the Modulu?
Surely you mean Magilu! Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about Majulu, not Magilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Just watching the beauty of her dance, you can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Magilu's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
I can't just ignore that, you know.
It's Modulu!
You did great today, Majulu. I loved it.
Wait, is that Mokuba?
So much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Modulu's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Modulu was working hard to carry on his dream.
So, you're Modulu then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes. That's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right. Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have. That's why I think it's high time for Magilu's Menagerie to put on a show. And for our act, we'll be a comedy duo.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Majulu, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Majulu, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Majalu's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Eisen, not you too.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have.
Everybody?
Even me?
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magilu's menagerie, after all.
I'm not so sure about this.
Okay, chat, so now that we have seen that skit, we have now unlocked a series of side stories that we could do that are, again, completely optional. And that means we get to see each one of the characters in our cast do a comedy bit. And I'm sure you can imagine how that'll go. So we're going to be on the lookout for anybody that can basically hold a stage. So usually that means going to taverns or inns. So we'll keep an eye out for more skit opportunities. Youth says, a bunch of villains that call themselves Ifrit's pirates are running rampant across the seas. How can they allow themselves to cause their fellow man such suffering in these desperate times? That makes them worse than demons, if you ask me. Yeah, you're right. I hope to see them hang one day. Oh, we're not exactly very popular. Girl says, oh, you have to hear this. I just met Praetor Oscar. He had a scar on his face, and he was all bandaged, but he laughed and said he was fine. He seems so nice, not to mention strong. I just want to squeeze him. Even with a guy like me around. Oh, boy's jealous. Volta says, a dancer's greatest opponent is her own body, and the hearts of her audience. If you cannot communicate with them, you're a mere busker, and they but mere onlookers. I will never forget this lesson. So I kind of like that we could see these two in the previous portions when we were in Logres, and they had different things to say. So we had a little bit of backstory to them before we even officially met them through this skit, so that was kind of nice. What do you have to say?
Whenever I hear Magilu's name, I can't help but think of Magilanica.
Magilanica? Who's that?
Oh, she's just a girl who worked as part of the freak show. Talked to spirits nobody else could see.
That's her, all right. She had many mysterious powers, like moving things without touching them and divining where people would find lost objects. For a time, people called her the Little Witch. She was pretty popular.
Thanks to her, the rest of the troupe took in plenty of cash. Or so I hear.
Yeah, but eventually they took it too far, and the kingdom tried them for heresy. I hear Magilanica was subjected to really brutal torture.
True fact. Everyone knows this story.
Well, I've never heard it.
That's not too surprising. It all took place when I was a young woman myself.
Remind me, Magilu. How old are you again?
What? How old would you say I am?
Well, from your reaction, I can at least tell you're not my age.
Getting a little backstory on somebody called Magilanica. But apparently that happened, let's say, when she was a young woman, so it could be anywhere between like 10 and 20 years ago. So that, I guess that opens the question of, how old is Magilu, if that is in fact her? So we're getting more mysteries, a little bit of intrigue on her backstory. The game will go a bit more into detail with her, so we'll keep an eye out for skits like that, which I think does flesh out her as a party member. Gossip. Oh, I heard Magic Kazam. I just heard the most disturbing rumor that Praetor Eleanor had turned against the Abbey. An exorcist? Why would any of them turn traitor? They say she now aids demons. No sound person would even consider such a thing. Disgusting. She's worse than a traitor. She's an enemy of mankind. Eleanor dots him. Uh-oh, chat, there's a little boy here. Nobumichi says, my family continues to seek perfection in the art of character cards. I am Nobumichi's second son, and I believe in my comrades. It is fate that our paths have crossed. Now, let's duel! Well, I'm gonna briefly... No, I don't want to see this. Oh, we haven't dueled him at all yet. Chat, this is really important that we do this. Okay, so I'm trying to remember. So, if we get the ninja, we win. I'm trying to remember any other combination. Heroes are important to take off the board. We want to steal the ninja so we don't just insta-lose to that. So we have to be careful of what they take. We have an okay amount of heroes. We might try to snatch some heroes off the board, honestly. Oh, we got the princess. So the princess is off the board. We can't game over to that at least. Oh, we might actually have to play this legit. How weird. Well, I wasn't going for the 10 of the people card, but I think we'll win at this point. Or not, I can't play any cards. That sucks. Oh no, I got it. Oh, cool. We played the card that wins. Oh, we're finishing the round. Yeah, time to mug some kids. Okay, the smiley face, I think, was an advanced combo. Okay, so if we just leave the smiley face on the board, we're gonna lose. But I also have the ninja, so I could just kind of win instantly. This is such a risk. I'm gonna go for it, though. She didn't go for the smiley. That's her fault. I think she loses now. She got ninja, chat. That's her fault. We're finishing the round. See, like, it could have been bad, because she could have drawn another thing to pick up the first smiley, and then a second smiley would have come up, and she could have beat us off of that. But we'll call that a misplay. We don't have any really great options here. I have a ninja, which I'll hold on to for now, but we should probably try to steal the heroes off the board. So we're getting a pretty big variety of characters here. So we're on our way to one of the win conditions, at least. The AI is really far behind compared to us. So I think we're doing okay. Oh, we got the other ninja. As long as she doesn't steal it, we win. Oh no, we don't have somebody that matches it. Ooh. Oh, the AI couldn't... Oh, we can't play anything either. No, this is terrible. Oh, we barely won. Okay, we'll take that win. We're finishing the round. We're done. Ooh, close call, chat. I was really scared we'd be forced to drop the ninja. That would have been the worst way to lose. Okay, so we should be able to play them on intermediate, so we might as well do so now. Again, we're just stalling until we go to the bar, but once we're done with the bar, I think we'll end the session there. We have another opportunity at the ninja. We want the ninja as soon as possible. Oh, we can't pick up the ninja. Oh, that is the worst feeling. Wow, we just have a completely dead hand. This is terrible. I'll take the smiley off the board. Oh, they got a princess card. That's not good. Man, we have a ninja and we have just... Oh, we can play a ninja. Just need any... Oh, we just need any Tales of Symphonia character. We just can't get it, chat. This is bad. This is really bad, because they could steal it really soon. Oh, they stole it. That sucks. We're in big trouble, chat. Our win condition just left. Hopefully we could get one more regular hero. Oh, we can. We can. Oh, we got really lucky she did not draw into a princess. We're finishing the round. We got really lucky. Redealing cards because 4 more cards of the same title were in the field or a player's hand. Huh. I didn't know that was a thing. I want the ninja. I want the ninja. Oh, we can't get the ninja. We can't get the princess either? Oh, this is like the worst starting hand. What is this? Cat, this is garbage. I can't get any of the special cards off them. Oh, we got the princess off the field at least. I think they stole a ninja, so we could legit lose. I don't think there's really too much we could do about this. So just any card they draw could just be a game over for us. Wow, our hand is really bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it is... Oh, there's the princess. Oh, can we win? Okay, we got lucky. We got lucky, because they had ninja. We're finishing the round. So we're up 15 points. So they have to get a really firm win to beat us. So even if they take the 5-point lead, it doesn't really matter. Let's look at our hand. We could... I forget how to win with the smiley. How many people are in the smiley set? Oh, you only need 4 for the mages. Oops, I didn't realize that. So 4 for the mages or 3 for that. Well, let's try to steal the smileys. We're pretty close to that. Oh, they have a ninja. That's really bad.
This one is special.
This one indeed is special. We got another mage. And they took a smiley, so we can't win via smiley, and they have ninja. Ooh, this is gonna be rough. Oh, they have one princess. This is very bad. Are we actually gonna... Oh, we're done. We're done. She's gonna play it. Darn, we got ninja. Wait, it doesn't matter. They can't win with this. They can't win. And we have to lose a card we have? This sucks. Oh, that's gonna give them a lot of points. That really sucks. That is so unfortunate. We got betrayed on the last hand. That was so bad. Yeah, we lost real bad at the end. That sucks. Damn. Like, oh, we literally just needed, like, anything else and we would have been okay, and it did not give us what we needed. Man, they got ninja again. Ninja betrayed us, chat. I think we're gonna lose again. Darn, we were doing so well, and the game just kind of said no.
This looks bad.
Ew, I have to drop a card in our hand? That sucks. Well, this is just kind of unfair. I might have to reset on this one, too. I can't play any cards. This isn't fair. That's so unfair. Chat, that is so unfair. I might as well keep going. I have the ninjas, so I can't lose to that nonsense at least. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for points, I think. Man, they took the ninja off the board. That sucks. So potentially we could just lose again. Like, that's the worst part. I feel like there shouldn't have been any ways you could win with just 2 cards. I feel like that kind of makes it a little too RNG. Like, you can't really react to it. You could just literally lose at the start. And we're also getting really bad hands again, and there's nothing we could do about this. Like, there's no strategy right now. I can't do anything other than play this card. Like, this is just unfair. Wow, they drew all the same. We're quitting. We're quitting. That was not even fair. I was not even given a chance. If they're literally just gonna draw every Tales of Destiny 1 character, that's just very upsetting. Yeah, I'm just resetting on that. That's not even worth... It's not even worth our time to play it out. They would have gotten so many points. We'll take the princess off the board. We'll go for him. Wow, we only have 1 card we can play. This is another really dead hand, which sucks. Apparently they have a dead hand too, I guess. There's a ninja, but I can't draw the ninja off the board, which super sucks. Still can't get the ninja off the board. Still can't get the ninja off the board. Oh, they had to get rid of 2 cards. Oh, come on. What is this, chat? Like, come on. Seriously? There we go. We're gonna end it here. I guess because we ended with 11 instead of 10, we get 1 extra point. That should help us out a little bit. Let's steal the princess off the board. Like, there is strategy to this game. It's just unfortunate that, like, it just dunks on us like that sometimes. So there's no Tales of Destiny characters to play. So I'll take him off the board. Alright, so they might be going for heroes. So let's steal the heroes off the board. What? Oh, they're gonna keep playing? Oh, I don't... That was just kind of unfortunate. I don't think we can make a comeback from this. Oh, wait, no matter what, we win. No, we win. They got greedy. Wait, they got greedy. We punished them. Finish round. They don't get any points. Okay, chat, they got greedy. We're good. Like, that's how easily we could have won the other game. We just literally got nothing that worked. It's just like, what do you do when that happens? Alright, so I'm gonna keep in mind that they could be completing sets, so I have to be careful with who they're taking. Take him off the board. We'll go for heroes. Heroes might be a good backup on this one. Oh no, they got ninja. Not good. Let's go for heroes, chat. We're like only a couple away. Okay, they took a friend, so I'm glad that we did that. Let's take the zigzag so they can't win that way. We're just looking to stop them from getting points. Oh, come on, really? Is there any set I think they're close to completing? They don't have any of these, so I don't have to worry about that. Don't think they have many of those. Let's make sure they don't Zillia us. Let's do this. Great. We're just so close to winning. This shouldn't matter. Oh no, they got 20 from that? Are you serious? Come on. Wow, chat, this is the worst luck. Like, we're literally losing to RNG. Like, I'm making the good play, it's just we just don't draw the card, and we lose. That sucks. Alright, we're gonna have to go for more points. I'm gonna try to take the specialty ones off the board. They took both Renegades and a Sage, so I can't win with Sage anymore. Man, we were so close, chat. That was such a heartbreaker. I'm gonna play our Renegade so that we're not forced to play that later. Oh wait, there's more than... Wait, what? How many Renegade cards are there? And there's not a single card we can play. Chat, this is so unfair. I literally can't do anything. This is so messed up. Let's at least take Ninja off the board. I don't know why the game is continuing. They should have just honestly taken the points. I would not have been able to win. Come on, really? I'm gonna quit if they draw Ninja. If they take Ninja, I'm done. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow, that was close. Man, chat, this game is just being merciless. This was so much harder than we did this the other day. Okay, we're gonna go for Renegade and Hero. They have Ninja already, which is bad. And we're gonna try to rush Renegade. Hopefully we could just draw it. Oh, they have one of the Oh, there's the Renegade. Oh, but we don't have a character that could draw it. Oh, this is painful. Just let us draw it. No, just let us draw it. We're so close. What a tease. Chat, this is teasing us with victory. Oh, we got it. We got it. Okay, thank you. Okay, we finished with 25 points, so this is much better now. I don't know why Renegade is worth 20, but then, like, the other ones are, I feel like, are not worth anywhere near as much, but whatever. Let's see. They have not picked up any spellcasters. So I could go for the spellcaster win. Let's do that, chat. Let's aim for that. Oh, I didn't take the princess off the board. That was kind of risky. They apparently have ninja. Alright, let's take princess off the board so they can't beat us that way. Oh, they took a renegade. Not good. Alright, so we could win with the spellcasters. I just need to play Jade, who's the only spellcaster we have, into anything. Game's being kind of mean about it, though. Okay, we got most of one of each set, so we should be okay. Let's take ninja off the board so they can't win that way. I don't think this matters. It's not enough points. They have to keep playing. Oh, we just... Oh, I think we got lucky. We got lucky. We're done. We got all the prodigies, chat. Finish round with 40 points. There we go. Hey, that was worth almost 1,000 Tails coins. That's actually pretty good. No, I don't want to try again. Take this, it's a real treasure, so make good use of it. We attained color. This item is an expression of individuality, not subservience. I don't think I got this item last time. Oh god, it's somewhere in our wall of items. Apparently. Just give her the choker. So chat, actually, that card game took way longer than I thought. We're gonna just do the external skits here, and we're gonna leave the plot, I think, for another day. I was not expecting to take like 15 minutes on that. My apologies, chat. We got RNG'd.
When will the High Priest return to us?
Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was killed by demons.
Surely that's not true.
It most certainly is true.
Hey, shh! They'll hear you. I know someone who works in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how could a demon have gotten into the palace?
Apparently, there was a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Oh, is the demon still there?
No idea. Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry.
There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already.
Expedition is returned. Awesome. And we'll wrap up with this skit. We still have to talk to more people, obviously, before we go into the plot. But we'll try to get this one skit out of the way.
The nights are so cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flamestone, too.
I hear the port at Helavis is at a near standstill. No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorius' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorius will think of us soon and send aid.
He doesn't give a damn about any of you.
How dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorius wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Really? What a troublesome kid.
But really, that speech was incredible.
The many that Lord Artorius talks about just means others. Only humans are capable of sacrificing themselves for the sake of others. It's a force, a power if you will, and one that only humans possess. For the sake of others, it's imperative that you use reason to suppress your personal feelings. Don't sulk so loudly that other people can't listen to a speech. I'll check to see if I reset the store or not. No, I did not. I did not get into more encounters, but that's okay. So chat, we're going to leave off here for now. Had a little bit of a late start to the stream, but I think we made up for it with the extended session. Let's save here. and transition over to the end screen. I saw in the chat during one of the skits, the question was asked, is Housewife voiced by Velvet? So I think some of the, or I think most of the leads have like a couple voices for some of the side characters. So I wouldn't be surprised if in that last skit with the housewife, if she was voiced by Velvet. I wouldn't be surprised. I can kind of hear, I think there's like one or two that are also voiced by Rokuro's voice actor, because he's kind of got more of a pronounced voice. So yeah, I just did some modifications to the stream itself, made the font a little larger. It's still a little weird in this chat box, but it's pretty close, I would say, to getting the spacing right. So hopefully with the larger font, it's easier to see on things like the mobile screens and things like that. I'm not sure if I should bump up the font size at all for the in-game chat, but I feel like this chat is not a bad size now. It was definitely like, I want to say it was like font 16 or 18 in a different font style, and I just chose to unify them a bit more. So I'm just experimenting with how I feel about it, cleaning up the UI. Hopefully you guys can read the chat when we're in kind of downtimes, especially like the BRB screen, since sometimes I do walk away a couple minutes for the water refill, which I actually didn't need to do today. They actually did most of the talking. But in terms of expectations, we will be pulled into another mission by the Bloodwings next time. There's been interesting implications of what happens when a Therian leaves the Earth Pulse point. So there's kind of an unspoken thing that I'll let you think about, because what's important is that this mission will be tied into a place that we may or may not have removed a Therian. So let the chat think about what that might mean. Yeah, I'm seeing the chat box sometimes covers things on screen, so I could definitely resize the box itself as needed, but I think the font size itself is kind of close to what I want it to be. Definitely needed to go higher. I think it's closer to font size 23 that people were curious. It went from 16 to 23, so it's kind of a significant jump there. So again, hopefully it's just easier to read things like the people that followed or subscribed. I want to give them a little more emphasis and shout out than I did before. I don't want them to feel unimportant, because I think all of you are important. I definitely enjoy streaming because of the reactions people have to the game, and definitely the comments throughout. Velvet's group will continue to do good. Sure. I'm technically, in a very loose sense, yes. So I think for now, though, this is a good stopping point before we go into the plot any further. We finally beat that one kid at the children's card game. That's my major takeaway of today's session. And we got a lot of Tails coins that I don't really have a use for anymore. But hey, at least you could get them. There's still a few mini games we haven't seen in general we could play for the points. Like, I think... Well, one of them definitely involves unlocking the fast travel, but I think there's still one or two other things we could do for points. I found one of them kind of boring, so I don't think we'll bother replaying that minigame. This is like the fishing minigame. It is the absolute worst, and that one is the least interactive, and it gives you the least amount of points. Compared to the children's card game, which gives you like 1,000 per. Like, that one's at least kind of interesting to play back to back. I feel like there's some strategy you could do based off your starting hand. But overall, you'll see, I think the preferred method is to just probably, when you get to maybe, let's say, level 60, level 80, just go back and do the combat ones, because they are pretty fast, especially if you purposely go slow. It gives you more points for beating your own record, so just beating your own record after stalling for 30 seconds and only stall like 29 seconds, for example, is a great way to get a lot of easy coins if you're looking to fill that out yourself. But anyway, I think this is all for now. I'd just like to say thank you all for joining, and hopefully you have a good day or a good night, depending on the time zone.